Welcome to That's Absurd Podcast, your source for everything hip-hop, pop culture, sports, and more. Tune in, subscribe, enjoy.
Yo. Welcome back to another episode of That's Absurd Podcast. I go by the name of Juno, a.k.a. Melvo.
It's your boy, G.A.P.
And we are back for another week of the bullshits and bullshits. That's all we do is talk bullshits. So,
Right.
what you been up this past 2 weeks? How was your Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was kind of somewhat lackluster. We made it work. My daughter caught COVID like a day or two before, or the week leading up to COVID. Not a day or two before, and she was supposed to clear up right before COVID. And we did all our tests, and we all came back negative, and hers still hadn't come back, so we ended up not meeting with the family. We were all still negative, and hers was just about to subside, so we went down to Palm Beach, but I had already had a hotel and everything there, which was also non-refundable. So we just went up there, chilled out there. We ended up coming down a little late, so we ended up getting the food the next day. And the food's just not the same. It's not hitting the same the next day, and other people made us the dish. It just wasn't really as good as we thought, but we made it work as the family went down to the beach.
I had to go Thanksgiving.
Not really. Well, the stuff we paid for and all the stuff we had already, because we already was going down. You know what I'm saying? So in that sense, the food that we had already paid for, which was supposed to be part of it, was a family. We got that the next day. So that day of Thanksgiving, on our way down, we stopped by our in-laws. We ate over there for a little bit, and then we stopped down. So it wasn't that, but we just kind of did like a little mini vacation down there. But it was pretty chill, but it wasn't what it usually is with the whole big family and everything else. And though that it was pretty chill. I was down in Palm Beach for a couple of days, and then after that we just swung back up. That was it. And then right after my daughter got off the COVID, she caught like RSV the week after. You know,
what's that?
Respiratory, like coughing from a lot of coughing. So what's going around right now. So she's still good up and walking, but just coughing, a lot of phlegm, just staying up.
The same one that caught COVID.
Same one, yeah. So I think it's. You know, the whole time when she has COVID, getting over it, she's in her room, but leaving the fan on super high. Because, sometimes you have COVID, you got a fever, you're feeling cold or hot. I was like, you got to cut that fever off. Or it's almost like you almost got to sweat it out in a sense. Mm-hmm. You can't have the fan on, but teenagers, they don't listen. The fan's going to give you more of a cold. You got fluid buildup, and that's the last thing you want to be doing is coughing and fluid buildup, because that shit could quickly turn to pneumonia. Right. And that's what she wasn't listening to. And lo and behold, that's what just happened. Just this week, she's about to get a CT check. But she's upright. She's already back in school. And that's what they're thinking. They say they're thinking it might be pneumonia. And I was like, well, it's too late now because she's already upright. There's nothing you can do outside of just wait it out at this point. Because if it feels real bad pneumonia, she should be back on her back, laying down. If it gets real bad, they have to put like a drain tube and suction it out. Mm-hmm. But she's still got like a bad cough, but she's still up and about walking. But I was like, yeah, that's why I figured that was going to happen. I know when I had caught COVID, I was like trying to fight it off, not coughing. And that shit was burning though. You cough so much your throat started hurting. And that was one of the things I was fearing.
You was holding in your cough?
Yeah, trying to hold it in. That shit hurts.
Like Fauci?
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't Fauci? It was one of the doctors when that shit was fresh.
On TV, yeah. And that shit fucking...
trying to hold that shit in. Almost died on camera.
And that shit hurts. But I always didn't want to agitate my lungs and overdo it because I was always afraid of pneumonia. When I used to work in the hospital, I've seen how bad it's gotten when people had to get the drain tube, especially there's a different kind. There's new ones that look like that's connected to machine that look legit, but when the hospital's all out, they use that old school. It's like a big glass beaker, and they connect it, put a hole through your chest, whatever it's at, and then they just your body just releasing the mucus in that big jug, though, and they pour it out every few hours or some shit like that. Because they got to do that till your body stops making its own mucus. Nothing you can do. It's kind of like you're getting antibiotics, whatever it is, until it kind of go the course. There's nothing they can really do. And pneumonia, most people survive pneumonia, but that shit can kill you. That's the reason we don't have your boy, that one comedian. I ain't scared. What's his name?
Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac. That's how he died.
He died of pneumonia.
Yep. I had a homeboy back, and I remember, and he was in middle school. He was kind of chunky. He caught pneumonia. He was out of school for almost 2 months. When he came back, he lost all his weight. That pneumonia is no fucking joke.
Ain't ever looked back.
And never look, but it worked out for him though. Yeah, because he used to be chunky and he got skinny because of that. That pneumonia don't fuck around, bro. That shit catch you and most people get over it, but the shit can go bad. So that whole getting a cold and constantly coughing, I'm like, nah, man. When I'm sick, I fight it every step of the way. I'm not accepting it. lying down. That was one thing. That COVID made you so tired. They wanted to keep you on your back. I'm like, nah. I was up and about doing my steps. So like, I ain't gonna let this shit build up in my chest.
Just exposing it to the rest of the world, huh?
I was outside. I wasn't going out, but I'm just saying I was doing the walk around the neighborhood. I wanted to sweat it out of me, though. I couldn't have it, but she was on that, so now she's getting over it. But that's about it. This past 2 weeks, that kind of brings up to the new weeks. How about you? What you been up to?
Let me see. Bro, I feel like my life is busy, but I can't remember what the fuck I be doing, bro. Thanksgiving was good as usual. We did what we normally do during Thanksgiving. You know, I fried a turkey and shit like that. Thanksgiving was good. After Thanksgiving, it's pretty much a big blur. I did get some devastating news this past week or a week and a half.
Care to share?
Nah, I'll tell you off air, if anything.
Okay.
It's not mine, you know.
Yeah.
So, that kind of fucked me up, threw me in the loo. Threw me in the loo. That's still dealing with that shit. Is it's a tough one. Other than that, got a new vacuum for the house since the kid is crawling around the house. So, got to make sure the floors are clean.
Yep.
So now the wife don't want me walking around the house with my shoes and shit.
Oh, we've been already on that.
So,
remember when we were growing up, we were like, how come black folks' house, the only house you got no shoes in? That doesn't make sense. When I have my own house, people like, yeah, when you have kids, you see why.
I guess, yeah, because, yeah, I get it now, because I used to walk with shoes in your house, and your wife used to be tripping.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, what the fuck? Tell the kid don't eat off the floor.
I used to think it makes sense. I try to make logic. Like, the first floor should be allowed shoes, and everything up, no shoes.
Yeah.
But I guess when you have kids and they're playing, it's like, no shoes.
Yeah.
But to me, I just border up the area that the kids, it would seem logical, but moms ain't having it though.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes.
Yeah. So my logic was, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna just get a fucking robot vac that mops and all that bullshit. Yeah. And I'll just have that shit run every day at 11 o'clock.
Yep. And you could have house shoes as well.
Yeah.
Which I do have. I bought slippers and I just misplace them and never use them and shit like that.
That's the thing, bro. Nigga be them house shoes turn outside shoes real quick.
Oh, if you have to run an errand. I bought mine and just never wear it.
To just
go to the mailbox.
Go to the mailbox. Yeah. Go take out the trash.
It's a wrap.
Ain't nobody taking off new shoes to put on outside shoes. I'm like, bro, fuck that.
Yeah, once they go outside. You know what you got to do? You got to have house shoes and then have some Crocs right in front of when you open the door. So you can just go from, you know what I'm saying?
You think it's just difficult. So now all my shoes that I have to wear out just stay in the laundry room.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't have to bring it to them. Yeah.
So, but other than that, that new vacuum's a beast though. So
yep, they work.
It should keep the floor clean because this nigga soon as he gets on the floor, licking the floor, I'm like, bruh, what the fuck is wrong with these kids, bro?
I mean, that's how they see the world. That's one of the, as we as adults, we don't do it, but they say you could do it. Like, you explore the world through touching and sight and taste. As we get adults, we don't use taste anymore, but real scientists and shit, like I remember watching weird shit. A guy would go to a branch or something and he'd taste. I'm like, what the fuck he's doing? They're like, that's actually one of the processes of things.
Of learning the world?
It's learning, because a lot of stuff you do know, you know how it feels, but you don't know how it tastes. Tasting is actually, you now know, think of all the things you'd had. You got your steering wheel, you know how steering wheel feel, this, that, you don't know how steering wheel tastes. That's another part about it you're completing. Kids factor it all. That's why, because you're a little baby, they're so smart. They're learning all at once. They're doing all their forms of learning. As we become adults, there's germs, we ain't on that, we know that, but animals do the same shit. They're licking, they're smelling, they're touching, they're constantly learning as they're doing. As we're babies, that's how we do it. And as you get older, we throw away, we ain't on that tasting stuff. But yeah, but kids, everything. Tasting anything.
At what age do they stop tasting shit?
Probably like 2 or 3. It's not, they're not putting after a while, they might just put stuff in their mouth just to play, but it's not one of their go-tos. It's not like they're gonna go up to a chair and lick a chair, you know what I'm saying? But when they're babies, anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
So, that's gonna be a process of keeping everything clean off the floor to this guy decides he's past the tasting stage.
And I bet you probably tore out all the carpet. When you got here, you had carpet?
No, the rooms had carpet.
Yeah.
But the downstairs was always tile.
Oh, from the get-go? Okay.
And then we went to...
Because that's like one of the things. A lot of people end up changing out their whole floors, end up having a baby, and now you need carpet all over, or you need rugs
and shit, yeah.
And that's one thing I hate. Even now, we got all our floors done, and my wife still put out a big rug. And so, like, why not just leave this shit carpet, bro?
Nah, the rug is good if it's to... One, it holds some of the furniture in place.
From sliding, yeah. That's true.
Sliding, shit like that. So rugs is what's name. But I wouldn't put carpet in a room because I have a kid, though. Carpet is dirty.
That's what people feel. Yeah, that's the reason people say carpet's dirtier. But it does make a home feel like more home. The softness, the laid floors. That's why
put your shit on silent, nigga.
I don't know why my watch is. That's my watch. It's
one of those weird niggas that have their watch notifying them with noise, nigga. That's what the vibrations are for.
I don't know how to even put on the watch on.
You swipe up and then put the volume, put the ringer on silent. Yeah, so that's what we're working on is getting everything clean and shit like that. Like we need to call the housekeepers, not the housekeepers. What do you call those people? They're not housekeepers because you don't keep them at your house.
No, the cleaning service.
The cleaning service, yeah. So cleaning service just had a huge load of laundry that to wash and fold. Because niggas ain't washing clothes. Or not all your clothes, bro. It's a fucking hassle, bro.
I don't do the laundry. That's the missus. But it sounds like hassle. It takes her like 3-4 days to do it, though. I don't do the laundry.
That's the thing. Like, I dropped off the laundry today on my lunch break. And they called me to come pick it up before they close, which was like a 4 hours difference.
Oh, yeah.
Bruh.
Them services are no game, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of folks, like they say, sometimes you have money. A lot of people will pay, outsource those things. But I can see why they say a lot of people with money still live paycheck to paycheck because, like, I follow a lot of folks online. They start using all the laundry services, the cleaning services, hiring a maid, hiring a nanny. So even though they're making more, when you end up outsourcing all that shit, your money comes right back to the same. Though. Like, some of this shit you got to take out the chin, dog. Pay for it, do it out yourself because you can't.
There's certain stuff I wouldn't pay for a nanny at this point. At this point, I wouldn't pay for a nanny. But like,
if you could use a family member or a local what's but you talking about when you actually hire like a nanny, like going online and finding one of these white folks. Well, these people charging $25, $30 an hour.
Yeah, that I wouldn't do.
Nanny making more than you.
Exactly.
Shit is crazy.
So if the services I do, the cleaning services, the laundry, because when you think about it, bro, what's the shit?
Opportunity cost. Yeah,
it's what's the actual term for it?
You're talking about the opportunity cost is when you talk about the time that you would be making, the money you're losing by exactly, the opportunity cost basically you'd be losing.
Yeah, because laundry is laundry is not what's name, but it's the folding part and putting it away.
Yeah, that's
because you talking about the laundry itself the machine's gonna do all that for you, but folding it and shit's that's where it's time consuming.
Very.
And if you could just have someone do that shit while you do something else, like I'd rather spend the money having them do the laundry, and that time that I would have been folding, I could be cleaning the house.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely got to make it make sense because just this today, I was just thinking, I seen the neighbor cutting her own grass, and I bring in this little group to cut my grass every month. It's only about $100 a month, it's not much. But like, we about to hit a recession. And her lawnmower, it ain't like my thing's super huge. I got the pool back there, so I don't have a lot of lawnmower space. Like, I might have to buy me a little handmade lawnmower and just cut the grass myself. But am I gonna be committed to be out here once a week to edge and cut the lawn just to save me $100? How much time would I free up?
That's what I used to do my own grass. I bought a lawnmower. I got all the fixings for it.
And now you don't do it.
I don't do it because the time.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. I don't want to go buy all that and I end up in that same position. I pay these people $100. Even my poor people, I pay $100 a month. They pH balance and clean out the pool every week. And people tell me, you look online, I have a local pool store. They said they'll teach you how to do it, get the test strips. So I could that's another $100 I could be saving a month. But like, will I stay on top of it? Will I go in there religiously every Wednesday like they do the algae test, make sure it's level, make sure it's good to go?
Yeah, it's the time, bro.
Yeah.
To cut my grass was, I used to spend, it would have to be 2 times a month.
Yep.
And I was spending like 4 hours cutting the grass. That's 8 hours a month.
Yeah.
Versus me just paying someone $60.
Yeah, that's true. That makes more sense. You gotta level it off.
It doesn't make sense for me to cut my own grass, so that's why I just don't do it.
I just don't be having luck though. Sometimes doing stuff myself though. Just this past week, I was putting up the roof rack on the Tesla, the one that I originally already had on, and I took it off when I went to go get it wrapped. I put it back on again, and I hear a slight. I checked, man. It had a crack.
In the windshield
on the roof. $1,700 to repair, bro.
Oh, that's what you. You're not good with tools, bro.
I put it before. I remember I did it. I had it on there, and I took it off to get it wrapped. And this go around, I was doing it, man. I don't know. I was on a brownie too, though, so I don't know. I don't want to blame that on it. I don't know, man. It just was not locking in place, wasn't it?
And
I go back and check it, man. That shit run a fucking tiny crack on it. Like, man,
you're not a tools guy, bro.
And even the wrap guy, when I took it off, I asked him, should I leave it on, give it a key? Like, if you could take it off, that'd be even better. Last one I had he told me how he had broke one. They cost him $1,700 before. Oh. And so he made me take it off this time. I repaired it and fixed it. And then I'm not repaired it. He wrapped the car, and now I went to go put it back on. When I put it back on, 9 brakes cost me $1,700. Right? I should have put it on him. He would have.
Yeah. If the shit, yeah, bro. So I guess next time, nope, I'm not taking it off. If you guys want to take it off, take it off and put my shit back.
Well, when I'm bringing it to Tesla to get the new roof, I'm leaving it on there, so they'll have to take it off and put it back on. So they'll be Tesla to dig it. So they're gonna do it. So they didn't have the part. They make it 2 weeks out. So they booked the appointment. So I have to go in and get it fixed.
Did you check to see if it leaks or anything?
No, it doesn't leak because I'm always washing it in Toro, so it doesn't leak. It's not going through. It's just cosmetic, but it kind of runs through the top of the roof, like $1,700, bro. Shit is nuts. And so yeah, sometimes I like sometimes you get sometimes trying to do it yourself comes out worse, dog.
Yeah.
I guess it all depends. Some people do a lot of stuff at home, DIY. It makes me realize then, all right, it's like, matter of fact, I got a my handyman that comes around and does stuff for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I got one that's got a license, and I got one that doesn't. So the one that doesn't, you tell him to do a job, there's really no job he can't do. And I be thinking, does he know how to do it? Or does he just not turn down any jobs and learn on the job? And some of it times, my wife said sometimes she be catching my dog just breaking out that YouTube video and just doing it. Yeah, and then I was like, damn, so that's how it kind of goes. I got homeboys that actually own their own company, and you'll see more and more on their page. They're like, hey, now I do this, now I do that. And I'm like, I know they ain't getting no extra training for it. So that's how a lot of shit goes. People trying it. YouTube University, you get better. But I like, man, so I was like, damn, you paying them extra to try on your shit. But that means a lot of shit you see at houses is like, it may not be done by a professional, but what is a professional but someone that did it a couple times, fucked up on other people's shit, and now they know how to do it?
That's the thing. Like, long as the person's willing to take the risk, they know if they fuck it up, they're gonna have to fix it. So it's just taking the risk. Some people are not afraid to take the risk and try to do some new shit that they haven't done on your shit. And if they fuck up, they fuck up. And they know they're just gonna have to pay someone, either hire somebody else to come fix it or just pay some extra bread.
But yeah, if you're one of these handymans that do shit at your house, like, there's really no reason why you can't always find jobs to do, though, because people like me, when you go online, you can go on Craigslist or on YouTube. Nextdoor. There's always stuff that hanging TVs, painting, all this stuff that you've learned to do at your own house. You can exercise that outside. You really, like I said, you could get to a point where you don't even have to work. You just line your shit up. I know the guy that does because you be having, they do other, like the guys that come by, like the guy that came to install the door locks, and you're like, that's what you do? Like, no, he does another thing, but he just signed up a thing with Amazon, and Amazon sends will do that. That's another thing you could do. You could sign up with Amazon. They'll send you out when they sell locks, and they're like, hey, if you need someone to come install it, they got a lock installer guy in that area that's part of them. They give them a little cut.
You paid for that, bro?
That was when I first had the smart locks. I didn't think now I do it myself, but my first time I paid for someone to do it, I didn't know that. I think it was gonna be hard. And they come to find out. But that's what I'm saying. Now it means I myself could do that for people. people like, hey, how do you do it? Install alarms?
I done
some of the shit's basic.
Off of the Next Door Neighbor app. I done installed people's rings, ceiling fans, all types of shit, bro.
Yeah, once you really could be doing all that all day long. Because the gig economy has its good and its bad, but if you really felt like it, if you wanted to be on top of it, you could give yourself like 4 or 5 hours worth of work every day and not even work and just constantly be doing stuff between that and everything. I got a homeboy back in Palm Beach. He started a business. He does, every time I go on there, it's adding another thing. This man went from doing housework to actually doing automotive, so adding extra things. This shit is everything. He's adding a new thing onto it. That shit's kind of crazy. Blessing the streets, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that nigga.
He's a beast, dog. Yeah. He got his trucks and he's already adding some new shit. And I know all it is that he took on a job that he didn't know how to do, got it done, and now I do it.
To the list, nigga.
And add it to the list. Now I do this. I'm like, damn, my boy adding whole extra rooms now. He said he done pulled the permit at the city. I'm like, oh, this shit is wild. So it is kind of one of those things. Yeah, that's all a professional is someone that they just kept going and keep doing it. And once you add it to your set, yeah, it kind of goes.
Add it to the resume, playboy.
We ready to get into some of these absurdities?
Yes, sir. What you want to jump into first? Politics or is politics?
Yeah, politics are light. We could start there if you want.
Let me pull up these notes. All right, politics this week. You got Georgia had a runoff for is it a Senate race or a House race?
I believe Senate. I believe.
All right, so what's his name? Warnock defeats Herschel Walker, which should have never been a runoff type of situation when you talk about Walker. Is that Herschel Walker? Yeah, the guy looks like he's retarded, like Dave Chappelle said. You just look at him and he looks stupid. But Georgia, I don't know what the fuck going on in Georgia where it'll be that close though you have to have a runoff. But he lost. I didn't hear nothing about it on the news or anything like that. It just came across on YouTube. How did Fox take that shit?
I don't think Fox or anything took it. They knew they was running half an idiot, though. They were just hoping that they could stop him, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that it got to this point is crazy because Herschel Walker was such a horrible candidate to begin with. Well,
does this mean was it
Democrats still have a majority and one Republicans other. It's still broken Congress.
Okay, so it's the
still broken. Same shit, nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of those things when you got a two-party system, when you see the other side, oh yeah, thank God everyone that Trump backs is losing. Oh, this is a good time. Like, this ain't a good time because there ain't no way Biden's beating anyone that's coming up next. So if Biden's rerunning, that's a wrap. We think that's not gonna happen. So that's not a good time.
That's the thing. Like, are the Democrats? Do they have enough like balls to be like, bro, no, we're not fucking with you again?
I don't think
he throws his name in the thing. It's like it's usually an automatic thing.
Yeah, it's automatic. Yeah, it's too early. I don't know if he'll rerun. He might not run, and I don't know if Kamala's liked enough just yet. She's been keeping quiet. I think Kamala might run. I don't see Biden rerunning. Biden's too damn. Biden's finished, bro. I don't see him doing another 4 years, bro.
Kamala not running. You think if there's gonna be a first female president, it's gonna be a black woman?
I didn't say she was gonna win, but I'm just saying Biden's not gonna run. Democrats ain't gonna be able to win.
Democrats ain't gonna put Kamala on no damn ticket as for the what's name Democratic nomination.
You mean if it's gonna be a first woman, would it be a black woman who's not? Yeah, she don't carry as a black woman. You could pass as a mix.
Nigga, that shit. You think America's gonna give any other race other than a white person the first female president? It's gonna have to be a white woman,
I'll say
bro.
No, because who's running America right now in the sense of culture? Isn't it the feminists?
It's gays and
it's gays and black women. It's not white women.
Yeah, but that has nothing to. You could run.
We know it's white women.
They let you take. You can run culture.
Yeah, we know it's white women that are
when it comes to power.
I'm saying we know it's white women that got the power, but we know who they allow to be the face of it.
Yeah, you could be the face.
Yeah, so that's the same thing.
Being the president is the power.
In some extent, listen, it's kind of like you seen these motherfuckers like George Bush run. The people that really ran the country ain't had no problem. Throw the dummy up front. Just like they said with Biden. They're like, we need anyone, but we need someone who can still control. We need someone they didn't want no Bernie. it's still about having power. They're not. If you're not willing to lose, they still throw someone.
They're not gonna give it. They're not gonna give it. Listen,
Kamala plays ball. Kamala's husband is white. She ain't got no what's name.
She's still black though.
She ain't talking no reparations. She went to black school and still managed to leave out there with a white man. Come on, bro. They got her right where they need her.
Listen, they know black men can't even control black women.
This is true.
They not get. She might have a white husband, white husband, but at the end of the day, they gonna say she's still black. Well, we can't control her.
I said so. Someone said that a lot. Someone did say that about Stacey Abrams. They said the reason she keep losing is they just said can't nobody control no black woman. Ain't nobody gonna take that risk. Georgia ain't never gonna let. I said ain't gonna let her. Ain't never gonna let her be the governor over there.
I'm like, telling you, bro.
And I see someone post the other day online talking about these hotels talking about Jesus is black. They said, man, Jesus had all these followers. And all of a sudden, they're like, they're like, ain't no way Jesus was black because ain't nobody listen to no black man but a black woman. That's so fucking hilarious. There's a black lady said that. She's like, so I know Jesus wasn't black because ain't no way nobody was gonna listen to that. but that was fucking hilarious though. So, I don't know. I can see maybe she running Buttigieg. But it's looking like it's gonna be Trump or DeSantis. Trump been losing some points. So it's gonna be. I already say on the Republican side, it's gonna be Trump or DeSantis or another Republican guy already threw his hat in the race. He's like some no name. So we'll see if he picks up. He's most like fills it out. It's gonna be Trump or DeSantis on the Republican side. On the Democratic side, we know it's Biden, and we don't know if he's gonna stick there. I don't think he could win. And Trump. They look like they're going to try to stop Trump from qualifying from the get-go. Right. They already got the wheels motion.
Trying to hem him up on a whole bunch of shit. So.
Yeah, if we want to go to the next absurdity, just this week, Trump administration, the Trump organization got found guilty on all counts of tax fraud, 8 counts, which is nothing. They got it's a fine. It's like a $100,000 fine for each count. And so it's like 1.2, and they got to count like 12 counts. So the most they could charge him is $100,000 for each one. So the most he could be fined is $1.2 million. The organization.
Nigga, if I could not pay $30 million in taxes, I would pay that fine every fucking year.
It's part of business. But it's kind of one of those things. You get them hemmed up in that felony, and one of the guys that I'm saying it's not that they want someone to go to jail, but the CFO had already took blame for it himself, and they're running these shit like a Florida boy. Let's say, as Trump is, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like the CFO was over there getting paid, right? And his grandson was going to school. His Trump organization was paying for his car, paying for his house, paying for his grandson's tuition, all under the organization, all not reported as income, as a way. So it looked like it was a Trump organization expense. Mm-hmm. It doesn't look like it's income for him, so he could not pay taxes as well. You get it? So the whole organization ran on some, we're going to run everything through the business so we lower the tax rate as low as possible.
Which is what they teach you about.
For your personal business. Yeah, but this is your personal business. Ain't no sending your employees' grandkids to school, and you got to report it. At the very least, them boys are playing it fast and loose, which everyone knows how it goes, but you don't play it fast and loose if you want to come to the world stage. You got to clean up your shit. But we know that's how Trump runs his business. Through and through. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get away whatever he can. When it comes time to pay taxes, he's going to lower the amount as much as he can. When it comes time to get a loan, he's going to go back and amend those taxes and say, you know what I'm saying? It's the opposite. It's the same way that when you're trying to come up, that's how it's done. They won't tell it on TV how you're supposed to do it because it's not technically legal. But if y'all niggas want to rely on technicalities, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be going to work till you're 65. Right. That's how it is. But those that know.
Because even like people that these so-called financial gurus and shit like that, they're always telling you, oh, this is a write-off, this is a write-off, this is a write-off. Yeah. You don't want to write off every fucking thing.
Yeah, not all the time.
Because then it looks like your business is losing money and not making money.
Yeah.
And so when you want to expand,
exactly,
you're not going to be able to get a loan. But you always want to write everything off.
It all depends.
Sometimes you got to take that loss.
Yeah, it all depends on what you're going to do. People will build businesses that are losing a bunch of years because they're building. Because they're saving money. And when it comes time to make money the next going years, they start paying a bunch of taxes. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on what your end game plan is. Some people get greedy. Like that one couple on HGTV that you just seen that the dude just got 8 years. The one that, you know what I'm talking about?
The one with all the kids?
Not all the kids.
Chrisley.
Yeah, the Chrisleys. Just them. Same thing as them. They had a bunch of different loans around town, small banks, this, that, and third, lowering their income. But they got popular on TV. They should have, like I said, they're doing what regular people do. But when motherfuckers go check your pockets, hold on, you didn't say, they would have been straight. You could fool the banks all you want, get all those loans. Make sure you always get.
Is he gay? He always came off as gay, but
he's metrosexual. So he's the first well-known metrosexual. This is a guy that do their nails, is that and that. But to me, it wasn't the fact that he was doing his nails. That's just some fly bullshit. He always came off as gay to me. Yeah. That's the thing. He swear he's not gay, but we about to see his tone, the way he's ragged, the way he carried himself, his mannerism to me is very gay. But he's I guess very feminine in a sense. But we'll see how that goes out. He's about to do 8 years in jail, but his shit was for taxes, and we like to know. Even when they catch the little guy for taxes, they'll most likely allow the little guy to pay the fine and get out. But when they catch a celebrity for taxes, they need you to do that jail time. Because what does it show to the rest of us? They need the system to work, and they need the masses to pay. So each time a big guy gets caught, they have to make an example out of him. Imagine if you got caught like the Chrisleys got caught, they would allow you to pay the fine and not go to jail.
Of course.
Chrisleys are the Chrisleys, so you have to go to jail. You have to sit down. We're going to make an example. The system runs better when a big guy falls. Because the rest were like, oh, let me tighten that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Let me pay this, that, and the third.
Who would have thought those folks were criminals?
Man, most motherfuckers are criminals if you don't go on, if you put, it's America. Everybody's breaking the law at something at some point.
Yeah.
100 things are illegal. You know what I'm saying?
Everything is illegal.
Everything is illegal at some point. Somebody, you don't know what I'm saying? They're just, they come after you. So you don't want to make, that's how it goes in America. You don't want to make, depends on the enemies you make. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you make powerful enemies and you shake too many trees. Your boy just got like 8 years on politics. The Stormy Daniels lawyer. Let me see how much time he got. Maybe like 8 years or 10 years. Imagine this guy was a fucking millionaire lawyer. Just a couple years ago.
What he got 8 years for?
Fucking stealing from his clients, not lowering the money. Even with Stormy Daniels, when she got a certain amount of money, he didn't pay her the full amount, lowering it. So, as he got bigger and he was going at it with Trump, you get the wrong eyes on you. Motherfuckers start checking your files, that third. Like, so when you going after power, like I said, watch who you fucking with. Because no one's legit. You got to make sure your shit is correct when you come from a motherfucker that's got power. And now you ass in jail.
Especially in this fucking media, social media age.
Yep.
If you have any dirt in your history, bro,
chill your ass out.
Chill the fuck out. You can't be looking for spotlight, the limelight, or anything like that, bro. Because motherfuckers is nosy, bro.
Yep. And another note, bro, people are out here to destroy. He got 14 years, bro. This is a fucking lawyer. Now, do you think he did a crime that was for 14 years? Probably not, but you fuck with power. Ain't nobody, and then when they out there to hang you, ain't nobody coming to help you because, nigga, I got my, nigga, I don't know if I got all my shit in check. And you're fucking with the big dog thinking shit was sweet. You're doing Fox going on Fox, doing interviews. He thought he was out of here. He flew too close to the sun. Now he going to jail. And we already know you go against Trump, everybody going to jail but Trump. So he's up in jail. The shit is crazy. So yeah, now you got the Trump organization. They're gonna pay that $1.2 million. But now the DA out of Manhattan wants to reopen the Stormy Daniels case and see if there's anything that has to do with that. Because they really want to get Trump out on a technicality.
What is the fucking Stormy Daniels case? The nigga, isn't she a former porn star?
She's a former porn star. He paid her to have sex, but he paid her through like Trump organization type of, like I said, illegal shit. It's prostitution and bribery and all that other shit.
If you can pay people to have sex on camera.
But he didn't have it on camera. That was his caveat.
You don't know that.
That's why you got to bring out the camera.
You got to pull out that tape.
You got to pull out that tape, make it sign that NDA, and throw it in the safe. Exactly. Sometimes that's what these guys got to do. You got to bust it down on camera, put it in the tape, give it to your lawyer, go and handle that.
Yeah, bro. I would have pulled that tape out. Like, bro, this was a production. We filmed the movie, and I paid her for her service.
I mean, that's what Trump did a lot growing up. Anytime Trump dirt got out and TMZ was about to put it out or anything, Trump would buy the story from them. So it's not like they don't have the release. They have the rights to the story, and Trump would buy the right from that story. Or the person now speaking on it, Trump would cut them a check and buy their life rights. So that person can no longer tell the story. He owns it. And he just put it in the vault and throw it away. It's a power move, you know what I'm saying? You about to talk, let me cut your check. And just to make sure you don't talk anymore, I now also own your rights to a movie, to a podcast, to all those names. You took the check, you go about your way. Thank you. Go about your business. You know what I'm saying? And you can't speak on it. And, I'm very litigious. I will sue. You know what I'm saying? And these people take the check and they go about their way. Even Stormy Daniels was paid, which just kind of throw that she came back for it. Yeah, that's why she didn't earn no money and she ended up owing money.
Yeah, it's people like that.
Motherfuckers ain't honoring contracts. You know what I'm saying? People out here throwing on some foul shit trying to go double back after you'd have been paid.
Yeah, people like that deserve to get punished.
Well, she didn't even get punished. Her lawyer shouldn't have been greedy. Her lawyer should have been like, bro, you signed the contract. But that's why they show you. Now an example has been made, right? Mm-hmm. They're like, you took her case for it, now your ass in jail. She out here free. Trump free, you wanted to be greedy, go after the bag, and you think this guy's out here is going to chase anyone that's even going after, he's going to go after all those people, and you end up now you going to jail.
Yeah, played yourself.
You played your fucking
You played yourself.
Taking her case, dog. That shit, it's crazy. What else do we have in politics? The Respect Marriage Act. What is that?
This Respect Marriage Act, bro. I thought we was over this shit. Like, it's I guess it's one of the Congress or the Senate. One of them sent the bill over to Joe Biden to send the bill. I guess to have like same-sex marriages respected federally and not just statewide.
Yeah.
But bro, I didn't know we were still on this whole gay marriage shit. I thought this shit was a thing of the past.
Yeah, I guess they don't want it federally. I mean, I don't see the problem. Listen,
because you get married in Florida, it's respected in New York.
Yeah, it should be respected everywhere. Yeah, that by state shit is thrown. Yeah, I don't mind gay folks getting married. By all means, pro marriage, pro family. Let it motherfuckers at it. It's like we said, when you say people saying they trying to push their agenda, it's the other side of the agenda. It's the non-family units, everybody having fun that they're not promoting, but they're making it seem like it's just for love. If it was just for love, then it'll just be marriage. They're just promoting and making it seem like everyone has the right. It's a nice way of putting it. Everybody has the right to love. But it ain't really what it is. Really, everybody should have the right to fuck whoever they want. That's what they want to say, but that don't package and sound right. So they want to make it seem like everybody has the right to love. If that was the case, then all they'd be fighting for is the right to marry.
Not even the right to marry, just the right to be together.
Yeah, but there was never not allowed to be together. There was always allowed to be together, but they want marriage because they're like, we should be married too. And I was like, all right. And then people were like, well, no, this is the marriage is our Bible thing. I was like, well, at the very least, add an amendment on there allows them to, if this is their partner, they have all the rights that a married couple have. There's that much. If you want to have the labels, because the left, words don't mean anything to the left. They're always making new words, is that a third. And the right want to say words mean things. They want to say marriage means a union between a man and a woman. So then give us straight people marriage and give the gay folks domestic partnership, but make them have the same effects. Like if I die, this person has all the rights, supersedes power attorney, shit like that. Make it like that. That I don't see how people fighting this are like, bro, it's kind of unfair. I should be allowed to leave my estate to whoever I lose and choose.
Yeah, that's just having a will.
Yeah,
that's just like married people not having a will. Like, I'm married to this person.
Yeah,
if that
I don't need a will.
Dies, I don't need a will.
Exactly.
It's just all the assets come to me, I guess.
But what would happen is gay folks would leave, as they do. Gay folks tend to leave their hometown. They probably go live in a metropolitan, be cooped up. Do the ones that, let's say, that do the right thing, they be cooped up, have a boyfriend for years, live their whole life, got married, family didn't even fuck with them, they ostracized, they die, family was never there, and family come and get that bread, and they don't fuck with that gay person at all. They don't leave that person out for dry. They don't go, even though they didn't help retain it, they didn't do nothing that person like. It's some fuck shit. They're like, it don't make any sense. I don't see no reason why they shouldn't be allowed to get married. This, that, third. If it's for love,
they're allowed to get married. I guess
it should be recognized in every state federally. I'm cool with that. I don't see nothing of that. Like I said, my only issue.
I didn't know this shit was an issue anymore, bro.
Well, a lot of shit wasn't an issue anymore. Republicans really did. This is what sucks about a two-party system, bro. Like, you've been thinking Republicans just chill, bro. These motherfuckers is acting an ass. They out here trying to make guys and go women's bathroom. So we about to steamroll them. But even when Republicans ain't had no power, these motherfuckers just decided, hey, we about to come after abortion. We about to come after gay marriage. I'm like, bruh, y'all doing all this shit while y'all don't have the main power. They're doing this on a state level. Like, so people don't want to see Republicans and they get full power. Them boys going on power grabs right and left. Dog. I be telling people we're a bad day away before someone thinks about that's slavery. We might want to run that back right quick. Yeah. It's a recession. Things are tight. We need cheap labor, guys. So it is thrown, man. We'll see how that goes. Another country passed a thing recently. What was it? Indonesia just passed they banned for sex outside of marriage.
Yeah,
you get caught 1 year in jail.
If you get caught 1 year in jail, and I think that's for the first offense.
Yeah.
Is it also you can't live with each other or some bullshit?
Yeah, some shit.
It's some ridiculous shit.
Yeah, a lot of countries are starting to tighten up and doing shit like that because that feminism stuff is spreading in America. And a lot of countries, even like Canada and them, said they're gonna fall back on a lot of America's stuff is bleeding over to their stuff, and they're like, nah, we ain't on that shit. And a lot of the feminism and stuff like that. And if you looking for the greater good as a country,
feminism doesn't help that.
It definitely doesn't. But yeah, none different. You have to, as a country, you got to do what's sustainable, what's best for your country,
which is family.
It's just family. But this whole America, everyone thing. So some places recorded, America and Europe, it was on that shit. But the rest of the world, like, nah, we ain't on that. And we already know how y'all do. And especially if we're still coming up, we seen how y'all got good when y'all had family, and now y'all trying to blow up our shit. We ain't even get good yet. So you want us to have a bunch of young kids with no family living reckless. We already know how that goes on a small scale in the cities. You want our whole countries to do shit like that? The shit don't make any sense. So they over here, Africa, all these other places, they're like, nah, we want families. All these other places that we say that's not America, all these other places still developing or coming up, they're pro-family. It's America and Europe and our closest allies are like, nah, everyone do what they want type shit. And they're like, nah, y'all boys on y'all last leg. You know what I'm saying? We coming up. We need the family structure come up. Then let us get on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is kind of crazy. What are we looking?
We still in politics?
Yeah. I think we're out of politics. I don't know if we could segue that in. That's also so we brought in the Respect the Marriage Act. I thought we did something else that kind of tied into that.
There was something that tied into the whole when you're talking about families after the gay person dies, the family comes take all the bread. You have this would bleed into hip hop where you have Takeoff Family fighting over his assets after he died because he didn't have no will.
Yeah, his mom and his dad are fighting over it and some shit like that. And
of course, they say dad didn't do shit for him in his life.
Black Twitter said they ain't never heard a dad. They never Papa ad lib. And we ain't heard plenty mamas. That's Migos ad libs is notorious for that. Mama. We ain't never heard Papa. He ain't lying. There's a get a mom to check.
Even people, how many men do you see say my dad was there for me?
But a lot of men don't grow up with dads in hip.
Even the ones that do.
Yeah,
it's usually always mama.
Yeah. The men are admirable to their mom. That's why we kind of hold down the mom. This, that, and third. It is mom, but
just like a girl would be like
to her dad. Exactly. Yeah. It's just what it is, dog. But I like I said, it ain't what it is. It's family. So at the end of the day, like I said, we have this thing, especially in the Black community, to put off marriage as much as possible. Like I already told folks, like you're either gonna do the will or get married. I already told folks it's probably easier just go ahead and get that marriage out the way. But we've been lead to destroy
the will's probably easier and cheaper.
The will's probably easier, but let's just the marriage. The will you might have to keep updating. If you marry the right person when you die, it'll all go to you could really make it easy. It all just goes to the wife and she'll distribute however she will. Some people like, nah, what if the wife fuck up the bread? Then why would you be wifing her?
What you worried about my wife fucking up my bread for?
Not only that,
that's what you need to ask people. What the fuck you worried about?
Some people,
my wife fucking up my bread. That has nothing to do with you. Sir.
Exactly. Imagine you have $1 million. You're like, I got $1 million when I die. Let's say you have a wife and 3 kids. I'm going to give them all a third. And she has to, off her third, she has to watch over the other 2 kids with her third. Right. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have access to 2 years. It's almost an insult.
It's dumb.
Give it to the wife. Yeah. And if they're meant to have it for 18 years, they're meant to have it. If not, you have to trust your partner or set up a trust. But it's one of those things.
Yeah, that's why anything my beneficiary is just 100% my
My
wife.
wife, that's it. Why make shit? If you crack a certain number, you become like a billionaire, then you be like, it makes sense. Let me diversify because she don't need all that money anyway. I could give her a certain amount and then make the rest go into a trust, break it down to the kids at a certain age. Then, but if you had a small fortune, nothing too big, just throw it all to the wife and let her watch over it.
Fuck them kids.
Exactly.
The wife loves the kids.
Their wife, exactly. It's a byproduct of it.
Let's not.
Yep.
Let her do it because them kids ain't gonna holding up the money. What? Yeah, ain't no holding up the money.
But time and time again, we've seen it happen. It happened with Nipsey Hussle when he died with his oldest daughter.
It happened with all black celebrities, bro.
It happened with Nipsey
It happened
Hussle.
with Prince. It happens
with Prince. Yep.
It happens with all black
All
celebrities.
these guys that be with longtime girlfriends that refuse to tie the knot, and they all don't have a will. Every time they go, we're like, oh, there might be some kind of estates thing. And then that's only one half of it. There's still like an estate tax because they didn't do proper planning. So when they get out, the feds get a nice little chunk too.
Exactly.
Because they didn't have their trusts in place and all that stuff.
You making the feds go through some work because
they're gonna
want to do shit.
Yeah, they were like, we got to tax you, my boy. We got to go to work.
And these black celebrities,
because they don't tend to be married.
These black celebrities need to get their shit together because you run around. How long Nipsey was calling fucking Laura London his wife?
Like I said, it's the culture though.
And then nigga died. Bitch, you wasn't the wife.
Yeah, but it's the culture. We're just not getting to a level where rappers are actually marrying their girls. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys was postponing it, or if they were married, they was keeping it secret. It's just now we're seeing we got into the area where you have, I would say maybe T.I., Jay-Z, where they're actually marrying and actually out and open it. I don't even know when Snoop, they were married before, but they're keeping it quiet. Like Snoop Dogg's, the Dr. Dre's were married and they would never come out. They were always promoted as single. We didn't know that.
No, listen, we don't know these people. Mm-hmm. We didn't file the paperwork for them.
Oh, you saying they might not even be married?
We don't know if these people
when they died,
married,
then it's going to be the paperwork. Okay.
That's when they die is when we figured this shit out.
Because
everybody thought Nipsey and Laura London was married.
I know because I remember they had broke up and then they had got together right before then. When they said the couple had broke up and no one ever mentioned divorce, I knew they weren't married. Because they're saying, that's my girl. That's why I knew they wasn't really locked in. That was just his girl, his rider. Yeah. It's just one of those things that kind of leaves me on one of those things to just this week. Like, your girl Keke Palmer announced that she was pregnant. You know, and people championing her or this, that, and the third. And it'd be two things online, you know. First, motherfuckers are disrespecting her, calling her ugly, you know, without makeup, you know, showing online. Her rebuttal saying, people that see me without makeup saying I'm looking, she's like, well, I'm beautiful on the inside as I am. And this, that, and that's a fucking horrible response. Somebody call you ugly, talking about you're beautiful on the inside. Yeah, that's
that lets them know you're ugly.
You gotta have more confidence in that. And be like, I came on here with no makeup on, and let's see what you doing. You know what I'm saying? That's different. So, you know what I'm saying? And then two, people, and someone else posted like, what other culture do you see coming out here showing that they're pregnant? Or again, another black lady celebrating, oh, she's pregnant, not married, this, that, and third. Mind you, we have Rihanna. We have a lot of this. It happens a lot.
We have Rihanna. We have Summer Walker.
Yeah, Summer Walker.
Walker hasn't having her second baby in like 3 years and
is
not married, nothing.
Yeah, Summer Walker's a mess, but
single
bless
mother,
her heart.
2 times. 2 times a single mother.
Is this the second one's not the first guy she was
no.
with? Okay, yeah. So
the first one is with, I think, London.
Yeah, London.
And then the second one was like with the boyfriend she had for like a couple months. He got her pregnant.
It's so fucking thorough, though. You're fucking rich. I bless her heart because she don't have to. I was gonna say she could get an abortion, but why? You're rich. Why get an abortion? Have your kids.
Yeah, you don't need to have the abortion.
You don't have the abortion. She have her kids.
Stop having fucking babies by people
you're not gonna be with. But it is one of those things. But seeing online, so someone saying that, and people like, oh, that's messed up. And then now you go on Twitter, people talking about, oh, can we normalize people having babies with who they want, however they want? And like, no, why the fuck would we normalize that? And this is from me who had kids out of wedlock. I don't do what I'm doing because I can make it work. You got to think of the greater good of your people, the greater good of your race, the greater good of your country. Why the fuck would I want everyone doing what I'm doing? When we know majority of the time it doesn't work. Majority of the time it fails. Why would you because you did something that worked, or because you're doing some shit that didn't work? Motherfuckers don't have no shame, or they don't want to be shamed nowadays. So they rather will say, can we normalize? I'm sick of this. Can we normalize? No, let's not normalize nothing. Let's stick to the old ways And if you made it out of it, then you could be the outlier. But let's not go normalizing everyone just having this shit is nuts. That's what people want. Though. Everybody wants to just be able to do what the fuck they want.
Everybody wants chaos. Bro.
Chaos, no scrutiny. Everybody mind their business. I'm like, yeah, that's fine, but how's it gonna work on a big scale? It'll make any sense. Can we normalize that so everybody just have kids with whoever they want? More fun, and even though statistically all the bad attributes in society come from people with single parent households. Exactly. Just about all of them are the highest on single. Talking about murderers, rapists, killers, abusers. Every aspect are usually single family households. They're the highest. So why would you say can we normalize it? The worst aspects of society tend to come to that. Now, if you came from that and you didn't do that, that's fine. You're the outlier. But statistically, we know what the proven thing is for us. So why would we normalize it?
I don't know if the people that didn't do it is outliers. I think
no, because what happens is a lot of people are growing up, they came from single parent households. So let's say they became a success.
Majority of people that come out of single parent households aren't the fuck ups.
You think so?
Yeah.
We have like a 50% case now, so they might just be half of the fuck ups.
It's the crazy ones are the outliers, but the outliers all have something in common.
Yeah, that they're all single finger. Exactly. That's the one thing in common. It just, that's why back in the days they're like, oh no. And they're talking about, well, we done seen plenty of people stick together for the kids, but no, those people have their own issues. Let's not do that. Like, nah, the parents that said they stay for the kids, that's admirable.
Exactly.
That's what they're supposed to do. You put on the best front for your kids to try to make them be decent human beings and do what that's the sacrifice they put in the name of family.
Once their brain is fully developed, 25 years old, y'all niggas get that divorce.
Get that divorce if you want. Yeah.
Ain't none of that. So my whole thing, I always tell niggas, marry before you carry. Well, I tell women that, marry before you carry. If that nigga shoots your club up, either take your ass to the clinic, get the shit taken care of, or don't fucking bring a baby to term without being married. Because, nigga, it's a wild card.
It is.
You don't know how that shit is going to work out.
Yep, it is. And it's too many. I mean, you're saying marry before you carry, which is a solid advice. But you're saying if not, don't bring it to term, which is kind of pro-abortion.
I'm pro-choice.
This is me that's pro-choice, but I'm
not pro-abortion would mean you get pregnant, abortion. That's pro-abortion. I'm pro-choice.
I'm kind of, let's cut back on the abortions, people. With half of black folks dying, this has got to have an abortion.
Don't get pregnant if you're not fucking married.
But you're saying don't bring it to term, which is kind of saying go ahead and get an abortion. I'm almost telling you, let's just, I don't know what way. It's kind of what I'm asking is kind of unreal. How would they pull it off?
No, you asking motherfuckers to use
protection, be responsible. I want people to bring people to this world. If by accident or not, if they got here, you have to bring them through. We're losing half of all black people, bro. These could be scientists.
Yeah, we just need to tell these black people to stop fucking having kids out of wedlock.
That's what I'd prefer.
That's the solution.
Yep. But even then, I'll take a fuck up more black people than the ones that are non-existent.
No, nigga, you just told me the fuck ups come from
for black folks because our plight is higher than anything. Our numbers need to go up. Please believe that. You know what I'm saying?
So why don't you can go out there and help populate the black community by fucking a whole bunch of black chicks
and helping out if you look like
getting them pregnant and what's the name? Why aren't you doing that?
Well, what I got to do is go to a sperm bank because there's a black male sperm is at
it's a shortage.
Is a shortage. Oh yeah, you know that black male sperm is a commodity now.
I'm not with the sperm donor.
You the old school way.
Old school,
put it that way.
We ain't gonna use the turkey baster, baby.
Yeah, you the old school.
Yeah, it's fresh out the penis.
There's a guy, if you watch it on YouTube, he goes around doing that. Girls that want to get pregnant, you sign them NDA, you sign the thing, you sign the thing, give him the rights away, and he'll come through get you pregnant. And he's doing it the old school way. He ain't on that. Turkey basically put on the right music.
That's the thing?
That's the thing. I'll find the video, send it on YouTube. It's not supposed to be a thing, but that's what he's doing. The people, and he's doing it for free. He's like, he's doing his work, but it's really a nigga getting himself some ass.
They want fuck.
And it'd be crazy that these girls be like, yeah, I just wanted to be a mom, and I didn't want to go through the adoption process too expensive. And he come through, and you get a STD test. He gets an STD test. Y'all come through. My dog smash. And
he's smashing often because it's not easy getting pregnant especially when you're older.
Exactly. This motherfucker, white boy too. I'm like, this nigga living a life, living out here smashing, no recourse, is having kids. So,
why is it so difficult getting
black
women,
men?
No, why is it so difficult getting women pregnant when you guys want to have a baby versus accidental?
I don't know, because usually when you want to have it, maybe you're a bit older, and when you're a bit older, your shit doesn't slow down. When you're younger and you're trying to have fun, them shits when you could be happening, that shit, your hormones are going, so things set for it. So that's when it's supposed to be catching.
Is it the man's fault or the woman's fault? It has to be someone's
biologically fault. It's supposed to be it's on the woman as far as because her more fertile years are the younger ones. So the guy could be out here just, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing, but
because nigga college. It was a wild time, bro.
So it is one of those things, man. But yeah, it's like they're saying.
I got several bitches pregnant in college, bro.
Oh, you wildin'.
Hey,
that kind of leads me to kind of this segue. We're kind of off and on. We're gonna kind of veer back towards that. But as we're speaking about how the of them trying to normalize that. Like I told you a couple months back, you see Mindy Kaling came on there talking about, can we normalize women freezing their eggs? They're like, nah, all this normalizing shit because you trying to have your cake and eat it too. Nah, we ain't normalizing shit. It's a trade-off. I don't get to go out and tour the world and get this money and be dad.
Yeah. I
have to be the absentee dad to get this money. You want to go out and get this money and not have any kids. You have to not have a kid. That's how life works. You don't get to have both.
Freezing eggs.
And then you come back when you're 50 to have your kid.
Yeah, that's not cool.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to make sense. That's not, well, we really think we out here trying to beat biology, bro.
Yeah.
And it gets the last laugh. But now fast forward to today, I see online on Facebook, and I hate to be another one of these male podcasts where we're always talking about men and women and stuff like that, but I'd be on Twitter, and Twitter's toxic as shit, and so it brings me today.
That's pop culture. Do you want to leave that for pop culture, or you want to finish off hip hop?
No, because this one's kind of bleeds into it. Then we'll go back into hip hop. So we weren't in hip hop.
Right,
so
go ahead.
I'm saying, so you got on today where homegirl, I see a girl post a video where she's just like 39 years old, and she's complaining, talking about, you go online and you see stuff, I'll be doing this by the time I'm 21. I'll be doing this by the time I'm 25. And by the time I'm 29, I have this, married by the time I'm 30, something like that. And she's like, right after that, there's like no content for people that's like 40 and up, you know what I'm saying? And she's like, except some people saying, oh, fine. And if you're not married or anything, she's like, well, I'll be the rich auntie. And she's like, I don't have any nieces or nephews. And she's like, and I don't like to travel like that. I don't like living out of luggage. I like the same place. And who's going to do the work? And she's like, and this seasonal depression is real serious. She's like, we went from Thanksgiving to Christmas right there, and it's getting real bad. And it made me think, I was like, God damn, another one of Kevin Samuels' things was coming true.
That nigga, Kevin, hey, listen, Saint Samuels,
yeah,
always said is that holiday season, that's when bitches get lonely.
And then, not even that. I didn't even put this down. How they were saying, I think Forbes or something saying how this recession that's about to hit is going to hit women the worst because the sectors that are falling out are heavily women occupied, that these jobs are doing mass layoffs. So a lot of women are about to feel this the hardest recession. A lot of single women. They said this recession, they've been on the plight. Society been telling them you can get it on your own for the longest. They about to take that hit.
Listen,
and a lot of people gonna have to be booed up by necessity, or they're gonna fall to the wayside.
Depending on the field you're in, when a recession hit, you could be fucked.
Yeah, and a lot of what I'm saying is the field that's about to be hit, all the fields, they're all heavily women-centered.
Customer service, like that.
All that shit is a lot.
When you a man.
You get off the muscle. You always need some
labor.
You get it. Yeah,
you can go through that labor.
We always need some. We could always get off the muscle, right? You need some dig some trenches, build some shit. Yeah. So
buildings are always gonna need to be repaired, even if we're in a recession. I can go get some bread.
Streets gonna have to be maintained.
Exactly.
Yep.
And these jobs are women populated.
So they're saying, so even that, and then I remember last week someone was saying, whoa, they're like, Kevin Samuels warned y'all this was going to happen. And I like, damn, now you fast forward this way. I like, damn. So every week I'm seeing some throw shit. I like, and then you seeing like either someone put up a Kevin Samuels meme. Every now and then I put in there, I'll tweet laughing Kevin Samuels or some shit like that. But it's crazy how just almost like a couple months back, I almost feel like a year ago, where online they're just ravaging and hating Kevin Samuels, is that and third, to see it's like a prophecy.
I'm telling you, the nigga was a prophet.
So much shit is coming to life. And I was like, now who do y'all got to blame? This is why I say that's why you gotta see. You gotta look at the person that's giving y'all the message all along, or this society that been putting that battery in your back telling you it's all good, shit is smooth, get it, shorty, this, that, third. And I to leave y'all now when y'all here dangling in the wind and hurting. One, I remember Kevin Samuel, he mentioned heavily how these women are in antidepressants.
Yeah.
So we're talking about seasonal depression. That's just this season. As you get older, that shit's gonna be all around depression, not just seasonal.
Listen, I tell women all the time, bro. Life is great now.
Yeah.
You're in your late 20s, early 30s. Everybody can hang out with you and have fun with you. All the friends you grew up with can have fun with you, but people that have kids and their kids are gonna be coming into that teenage age. They ain't gonna have time to be hanging out with you no more.
Nah, exactly.
Shit's gonna be super lonely, nigga. 40-year-old woman with no kids,
nowhere to go,
no husband,
unless you're traveling. That's what I'm saying. The lifestyle that they think of, very few people live it.
Even when you're traveling, okay,
even when you're traveling, are you gonna be able to travel with the same people consistently? Because people don't get.
You're traveling. Like you're going all these places. Ain't nobody hanging out with 40-year-olds.
Yeah, unless you find other 40-year-olds, I guess. Other 40-year-olds.
You got to find other 40-year-old single people. And y'all just gonna be lonely together.
It's a weird mix, definitely, because I know I have even like I got a sister. She's always about traveling. I'm always joking with her. I like yeah, all that shit. Like, oh yeah, she's like, my friends be flaking sometimes. I have no problem. I just need to find some travel buddies. I was like, you need to calm that shit down. Like, all that shit you talking about is unrealistic. Oh, you travel. This is some watch the TV. What is it called? The sisterhood of traveling pants bullshit. That's not how real people live. It sounds good.
Shit.
Road trip every day. Who wouldn't want to live like that? But it's not. I got a homeboy who lived like that. He living across abroad. He living his life. I'm sorry, bruh. I hope you know the way you living is not sustainable if you want a family. And you're like, no, man, if I have a girl, I'm going to make a deal. Like, what girl are you going to find that's able to live the way you living right now? It's fun now. You're a guy. You could decide you want to settle down at 60. It don't have no effects on you if you're a guy. But I'm telling them that, people be, I know guys want it both ways. I know niggas that want to stay single forever. But as a guy, you also want to have kids. What's the name? But as a guy, you have the time to do that. You could decide you want to settle down as a guy at 90 and turn your shit around, and it could still work out.
Still have kids and shit.
Still have kids. But that's why I'm telling them. So as a guy, them being able to have best of both worlds, that's a little bit more time because they don't have a ticker against them. But some of these folks, y'all need to realize that this bill of goods, it's the same thing. It's no difference than when we're young and we're listening to that Jeezy. When that Jeezy Snowman dropped, man, we are out there trapping. But that consequences came back 24 to 12 months later when we got them football numbers. Yeah. You can't have it both ways. You know what I'm saying? There's everything. There's a trade-off. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're only telling you one aspect of the game. Oh, go get it. Live your life. Live your best life. Don't worry about today. Live for yourself. Nah, you got to think of the greater good. Got to think of, you know what I'm saying? It all has its trade-offs. It's no different than guys. I've seen some of these guys talking about, there's posters talking about, a man's life is completely different because a man doesn't come to the world with any value. He has to get his value.
Right.
He has to get his value. While a woman essentially comes with value and she can maintain it or make it, you know what I'm saying? And a guy has to, you know what I'm saying, he's nothing until he ends up going to get him. So a woman could just go out and say, I'm a dime, this, that, and third, and look at, and could go out. Like he said, I think Andrew Tate might have said, he said, a girl could probably go out and just end up in that, he said she'd just go out and end up in a boat, a boat, poolside, beach, you know what I'm saying, a yacht that night. But that for a guy to end up in that yacht, that nigga spent 30 years of hustling, of getting money to get to that yacht, to buy that yacht, to get that girl. The girl just had to go out that night. Just post up. Go to the bar. I'm on I'm on this boat. How guys get on fucking boats without paying and getting work and coming by or being part of the nigga's crew?
Boat. You gotta rent the boat.
You gotta be part of a nigga's crew.
You're not getting invited no.
If you're a broke boy, how you getting on the fucking boat?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those. It's the trade off. And they're like, and he was like, a man's life is very depressing until he actually starts putting in the work to putting in order, this, that, and third. That's the trade-off. And these girls are getting the man's ambition, but he's like, but no, you don't realize when the shit trades off, a man's still gonna end up having, the man could turn that off and still find the woman instead of them. But when you've gone that far along and that long, it's the trade, it's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, and then the longer you wait, you might deal with a guy that's that far along, but now he don't want to have any kids because he done got everything in order. Or let's say he does want to have any kids, and now you can't provide any kids. Why would he pick you?
That's the thing. Like, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm telling you. Like these,
it's society find a way to let everyone astray.
No, it's whole
feminism.
It's this whole feminism movement where women want to be men and want to do shit men do. Because now you have women setting up fucking robberies to rob other women.
Oh, you seen that shit? That shit was fucking thrown. We really in the mix now.
I'm like, bruh, since when bitches catch licks?
We're in new eras. Because first it was already thrown that a lot of these girls was having guns. So I was like, damn, Atlanta's a different place. Texas, like, these women do be strapped now. And I'm like, damn, and I done seen them sometimes they fight, and I done seen one where a woman, you seen like in New York a couple years ago, lady was talking shit, the black lady went up to her, shot her in the head. Remember her friend shot her and they caught her? I'm like, damn, these girls out here getting violent.
Yeah, that shit is
they sliding. Now I'm seeing these women out here pulling robberies.
Pulling up in Hellcats.
Bro, this shit is fucking thrown.
I remember when the woman, a respectable woman used to drive a fucking Nissan Altima.
Listen,
or not a Nissan Altima. What's the other? No, yeah, Nissan Altima.
Yeah,
Altima, and a man would drive a Maximum. Now these bitches out here driving Hellcats.
Listen, I kind of blame it on. We have some of the best crime music out right now, though. That drill music, some of the best crime music to put that battery in your back right now. Though. You know what I'm saying, a girl probably put on that little Dirk or put on some 21 Savage.
They don't even have to put on men music no more. They could go listen to women rappers.
Come on, exactly.
They can go listen to the Gorillas.
Slide, nigga.
What's name? Like, come on.
Listen to that pull up. You know what I'm saying? Still pull up on the block like that Cardi B. It's electric. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, bro.
It's so fucking raw right now. Motherfucker be like, I'm out here, I'm about to do some shit. These women I seen the footage of the two women. They ran down on the girls. They ran upstairs to wait till the girls to pass. They tried running down on her to rob her. You didn't see that?
Right.
And the girl already had the strap. She thought it was strange why these girls had masks on her. When the girl tried to come on, she started dumping, aired out the hallway.
Exactly.
I like, we're already strange because the woman already had the strap. But two, the fact these motherfuckers try to rob her, like, well, we are living. This is some shit we ain't never seen before.
Bro. It's a different time, bro.
How long to the women out here selling dope and out here posting on the corner?
Exactly. It's coming soon, bro.
How long before these women start running these niggas off the block? Be like, yo, my mans, I'm gonna need you to get up. This shit is wild. And mind you ain't seen no other culture do this. I ain't seen white women run down on other white women. I ain't seen Hispanic women run down and robbing Hispanic women. I mean, if they're part of the cartel, it's different. In other countries, when you're
Hispanic women is a hybrid.
Yeah, but when they're in third party countries, when they're in Mexico and Colombia, they ain't on that shit. When they're in third world countries, they on that shit. Everyone could be on that shit because it's a third world country. But in America, we ain't never seen no women out here pulling licks on no fucking. I never seen. This shit is some new shit.
That shit is crazy.
This shit is wild. And even with the Hispanic women now be doing it, they were doing it. They were part of like a clique. They'll still be like a male ran organization. They would be like, this would be the women, or there'd be the gang of this would be the women of this crew. Even if it'd be the white women, it'd be like they're part of a biker gang, and this is the female aspect, but they still have a male centered. You know what I'm saying? But women out here pulling crime with the best of them. No, let them at it. We're in a different time though. But the like you said, Kevin Samuel is. It is definitely crazy to see some shit of that this man spoke about just a year ago come to light so much. And I kind of feel it might still be kind of his fault because it shows so much that the message.
It's not his fault, nigga. The nigga was telling you what.
But
how shit is going on and what's moving. It's like we didn't see it.
We didn't see it. That's true.
But he saw it.
He did see it. But if it was as important as it truly is, he should have found a better way of putting the medicine in the candy, because it's very important, bro.
You can't really tell someone how to deliver something. He delivers it how he delivers it.
It does matter, because how much people now taking Kevin Samuels' messages and remixing it, and now it's getting popular. You see, he's dead, but now motherfuckers is stealing my boy's whole flow, repackaging it a little more neat, and dropping it right back. So it does matter. He had a very important message. And that shit should have been brought out through him.
The people that wasn't...
The people that was loving it aren't the people that are affected by it. Us men was like, oh, Kevin's right. But we ain't the one that's going to be... We aren't the demographic he was warning us that wasn't about it.
Yeah, but the men... It's the whole fucking tone thing.
Yeah.
Men don't give a fuck about a tone. Niggas take the message. We don't give a fuck how you said it.
Yeah, but...
Nigga, you tell me, nigga, you out here looking like a bum.
Yeah.
You say it. No matter how you say it,
I'm
gonna look in the mirror and be like, yeah, I'm bumming it.
Exactly. But women ain't no bum. Women, you beautiful as is, slay queen.
You have to say it different.
But it
but
matters.
They're trying to be like men, so men are talking to women like men.
It's crazy, man. And it was a very important message. And even now, just today, you know, as they say, as we going towards the soft movement, where some of these women say they live in that soft life, they're showing you how they're going to pick up bars, or they'll go to a bar and just stand there and make another rich guy pay for them. And just today, a girl that was like in the game, she's like, I don't know this soft life shit y'all talking about. That shit is tricking and prostitution. That's just called freestyling. That's the shit we used to do. If you go to a high-end restaurant, you go out there, you stand at the thing, you freestyle, and a guy buys you a drink, you make the John take him up to the room. She's like, all this shit y'all trying to rename, that's all it is. Y'all, she's like, so if y'all not really about that life, y'all better slow up on that. There's a difference between going out there, going to the bar, make somebody a drink because you're looking for a husband. But you talking about the soft life because you just want to go out, chill by the bar, make a guy pay for your meal. Before long, that meal, now you're hungry. That's cool. Now your taxes might come up. You might need someone to pay for the taxes. You might need someone to pay for the car note. Now how much times, you're going to keep justifying yourself how much times you go back to the well before you end up being like, man, it's no different than think of a stripper. I only do lap dances in the back. Now I do lap dances, I only do lap dance. Okay, I'll take off the top. Okay, I'll let him, I'll rub up on him. He has no pants on him. I'm saying, before long, before long, how long you justify me if a dude slap you this 150? The penetration. How long before it's like, let's skip this why we doing all this rigmarole? I have to come to the club. I might just pay you, come over here for the $40 or for the $80 and I bust you down.
That's the old price of
the
vagina.
40 is the old price, right?
Vagina used to cost $40.
What is it now?
I don't even know, bro.
It was drastically low then. Y'all gotta definitely hike up them prices. Show some respect for yourself. So $40 is still very disrespectful.
Nigga, $40 was the price.
What's the price? You're not fighting the market? You say the price is the price?
Yeah, $40 a nut.
That's it. Okay, but escorts, now that high-end shit was like $150. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When I used to see shit on TV.
The shit is, listen, man, the shit is fucking, the price of vagina went up a lot, bro.
But when I used to see
about like a $1,000, 1,000% increase.
It should have been that price the whole time. They should throw. When I used to see it on TV, when I used to watch like Miami Vice or all these shows on TV, when I was in escorts, it was always high end prices. So when I got down to the level when we were in the hood, when I was grown, I'm hearing $40, $100. Oh, that shit ain't nothing.
Yeah.
But it should have always been $1,000 high end, crazy Vegas, New York prices. This is your fucking body we talking about, for Pete's sakes. This shit is nuts.
The price of vagina usually correlates with property value. You in the hood, property value ain't too high.
Yeah, you're right. That's what it is. When you're own shit, you can't only charge for so much, right?
Exactly, bro. You go to Beverly Hills, the price of vagina is gonna be up because the property value is higher.
Yeah, that shit is fucking nuts, though. So, shout out to Kevin Samuels. Definitely gone too fucking soon. But like you're saying, for years he was saying shit tough to men, but everyone in the man experience says shit tough to men. That's how you got to give it to men. Ain't nobody caring about your feelings. If he wanted to really reach the women, like he seemed like he was this targeted thing. He wasn't the only one doing it, but he was one of the that is kind of a niche one in the red pill space to still target, to try to tell women to do it. He wasn't the only one doing it, but it was very niche because it was usually manospheres only men. but there was very few that also was dropping gems to women. But now that he's gone, there's a bunch dropping gems to women. Still in Kevin's whole flow. All right and left. Like you said, the white girl, there's black women, there's all sorts of them trying to lead people to the light.
But that's the thing, like it's hard for women to listen to other women that doesn't have what they're trying to teach you. Like a single chick.
That's true. A single chick can't be talking about marriage if she ain't married.
Shit. Like if you ain't married or in a relationship or any type of shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, the women aren't gonna listen to you.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So that's where these women that are in the red pill community are having a problem. Is like you're preaching this, but obviously it hasn't worked for you. So why are you preaching this to me?
That's what I kind of realize as well. Like when I'm going online, like I follow a lot of academic types. They're the fucking worst. Motherfuckers that got degrees swear they know it all. And especially like finances. Like I said, I follow a lot of high earning folks online. Like I said, I like doing the upper echelon black because they're the bourgeoisies. You got it's a love and hate relationship. But some of these guys be talking about, oh, this is what you do with finances, this, that, and third. And they're like, yeah, that should sound good because you read it in the books, but I'm talking about in theory and practice. This is different than to say don't pay off your house because you're like, no, that's the stupidest thing. I'm like, listen, don't worry about the book. I'm telling you, you ain't touched the money before. You're making good money now, but you haven't lived it. I'm telling you, from a live point, with these motherfuckers, you can't tell these motherfuckers a damn thing. So I was like, it's no wonder why even high earning people live paycheck to paycheck because even though they're talking all that shit, like I said, one they're already doing, like I was saying, they already start. Their life goes up with it. So as soon as they get in the money, they outsource everything. So I'm talking about people making $150 a year to engineers and shit like that. They doing that. And then they still doing all that and still thinking they're going to put everything towards their 401k, work 35 years. You're making $150 a year. Why would you wait to 60 to retire? Mm-hmm. It's fucking nuts. You following that shit? Because bro, you got to listen. The rules that they're throwing, that net is for the masses, for the poor. You got to learn to tweak some shit when you're getting some real bread. You have time to invest. Early and often, you know what I'm saying? Get out the thing, but it's one of those things. But I made me realize, like, these motherfuckers ain't gonna listen to me till I'm rich. It's one of those things, like, you gotta get in a position and then motherfuckers listen to you. If you're not in a position, people really don't give a fuck what you saying.
Right. Like, are you gonna really listen? Are you gonna listen to a poor person or someone in the lower class could have the key to success?
Yep.
And be telling you it.
Yep.
And all you gotta do is apply it, but you're not gonna apply it because they're not successful.
Yeah,
that's why all these dudes that sell courses and shit. That's why they show up with the Lamborghinis. Mm-hmm. They show up with
have the look, exactly.
The jewelry.
Yeah.
They show up with all this fancy shit because that's the only way people gonna listen to them.
Yep, that's why. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, you know what? Like, even like when because some of these guys, they're straight shooters. So you be like, when I tell them a play or something, like, oh, no, you don't know what you're talking about. That's not legal. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, motherfuckers hit you with that legal shit. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, that legal shit. You know, I'm a Florida boy. Mm-hmm. You talk all this legal talk. You're like, this nigga talking legal. I'm just saying what works in the field. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, I made me realize that I was always one of those people, I'm not closed-minded. You could get good advice from anyone. Rich or poor, big or small. But I can see why motherfuckers start saying like that, Kanye, why would I listen to you? I'm richer than you. But that's how most people think. They're wired that way, even if they don't say it. They don't want to take advice from people that don't have what they have.
All right.
And I was like, you know what? This room, this is an elitist room. This is high-earning black folks. Even when I'm giving them regular good gyms or anything like that, some of their talking points are like, damn, these motherfuckers are not willing to listen to me. Even if I was making what they making. Because I'm not where they're at is not where they want to be. You know what I'm saying? If I was 2, 3 million, 4 million up, that's where they want to be. So they'll listen to me then.
You just have to look like you're 2, 3 million up.
Nah, these are the smart ones. Just looking and cutting it from. These are high earners. I tell you, these ain't you ain't about to okey doke me.
You okey doke anybody with money, bro.
This is true, but these motherfuckers, especially elitists, they think everything's a scam to begin with. That's what I'm telling you. Like, they don't give a fuck.
Going to work every day is a fucking scam.
They don't look at it like that because these are the ones that they're very pro. If you tell them it's college is a scam, they're not going for it. They hate it. Like I said, they're academic types. They're very heavy. So they will call anything a scam from the get-go, and they can't wait till the foot to drop or let one of these motherfuckers got scammed. Oh, I told y'all motherfuckers was dumb. Y'all sat there. Like, they praying on the downfall anytime. Like, remember the lady I was selling the pink sauce? They're talking about, I don't know how y'all dumbasses out here buying pink sauce from when they ain't got the FDA approved. What the fuck FDA got to do with it? That's just an organization that slaps stamps on who you pay for. That don't mean it's any cleaner, any better. She fucked up, sure, but that isn't. Don't think the FDA stamp is what.
That's the wrong person to use as the example.
But I'm just giving you but
the pink sauce lady.
She fucked up.
The bitch didn't even know what FDA stand for. I'm
just saying she fucked up, but don't think because you have that stamp of approval that means shit. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
That lady said, FDA? I'm not selling drugs. I'm not selling medicine.
Listen.
I was like, bitch, the F stands for food.
But these are the same guys that watch over medicine and shit like that. I get you, man. But
that's food. What did she think the F stood for, bro?
I don't think she'd think about the breakdown. I think she just heard FDA because they do supervise for medicine.
Of course.
So I think she thought it was that. But do you got shit that FDA approved that are poisonous to you? That's what I'm saying. I like just because you're an academic, don't think just because this organization back it. You still gotta have critical thinking. Don't think just because it came from an organization, you just narrow mind, which just happens. The more academic times is, the more academic times they are, they're more narrow-minded. They're just as narrow-minded as the non-believers or thinking out of the way. It's like, I believe in I went through this institution. This is the only way I think. If it ain't coming from one of my people, that's why the Fauci types, that's why you had a cultural clash when it came to the COVID, the vaccine type. You had the intellectuals, the smart ones. Oh, I trust the science. I'm going all hard. Listen to them. Well, you had those talking about, man, this shit sound a little saucy. I ain't fucking with that shit. And I don't trust the government. And we're looking at people like, you don't trust the government. This guy's a fucking loon. But as if there's not a history to not trust the government. You know what I'm saying? You need some critical thinking or whatever you do. Don't let either side pull, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying in that aspect. But some people get stuck in their ways. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Some people get stuck in their ways. Some people listen to Fauci because, of course, he's a doctor. You know what I'm saying? But then you had other doctors that spoke against it. You know, they motherfuckers got blocked out. But it's just one of those things, man, that I realize, like, nonetheless, if you're in that position, you can get your followers, even if you're leading them astray. If you've moved up, if you're good, you could what's name. That's why a lot of them didn't fuck with Kevin Samuels. He wasn't rich yet. So they're like, who the fuck is this guy? You know, they tried knocking him, talking about, oh, he used to see him in front of us. Remember Envy tried playing him, talking about he's sitting in front of what's name. Yeah, it's because he wasn't rich yet. I'm telling you, motherfuckers, when they have like their own entitlement, they almost feel like, oh, he wasn't rich, or what the fuck I'm gonna listen. It's kind of crazy to me. And when you look at it that way, but like, damn, but the whole time they're over milking him, now who's paying the cost for it? You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. Like he wasn't. We look to rich people for everything.
Yeah, we do. And it's sad.
Like, nigga, this nigga wasn't talking about finances.
He wasn't.
So why does he have to be rich for us to listen to him? He's talking about family structures and relationships between men and women. That has nothing to do with money.
It be so thorough. Like, just today I seen one where someone posted a meme of it was like a drawing of like a girl as a cartoon, and you see her taking pictures and she's like begging for likes, and there's like pills on the floor, and there's like vegans. It's showing like this like society of women nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Showing all the negative stereotypes, which is, if you were to summarize this type of culture we have, is clout chasing and all that stuff, I like it's very accurate. But of course on Twitter, that ain't gonna stand. People talking about, y'all don't think like that this is just incel art, and then they're thinking these incels like these men, and come to find out it was a woman that posted it about, well, these pick-me girls got their thing. I was like, you got niggas that out here advocating or fighting for something that they wouldn't even want their kids doing. I like, y'all gotta realize who's leading y'all astray. These guys here are family men, and they have kids at home that they wouldn't want doing this shit, but they're out here speaking against this meme, talking about, oh, these y'all niggas weird, let these girls rock, do what they want, but they won't let their daughters do it.
Right.
These girls telling, don't let these guys stress you to get married. They married.
Well, that's
you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers are really leading you astray. It's a strange world. Like, why would I tell someone to do something I wouldn't do? It's kind of crazy.
That's how all influences are. Like, you have the Cardi B's, the Nicki Minaj's, that they don't have no problem with your kid listening to their music.
Oh yeah, but they won't play it with their kids.
They won't. They keep their kids far away from that shit. Just like you have, what's the dude named, the creator of Apple? The nigga that died.
Yeah. You're talking about
what's that name?
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs didn't have his kids wasn't on technology like that.
Yeah. I heard a lot of
No
people in tech,
screen
they be
shit.
making sure all the kids on that, like, they're like, oh, I limit my kids time 2 hours a week. You know, like, what? Y'all shit got us adults trapped in that bitch for about 6 hours a day. How you gonna get your kids on that?
And then they don't let their kids play with it. Then they make a whole bunch of shit generated for kids.
This shit is, it's
iPads for kids. It's
Yep.
a kid iPad. It's a kid this. It's a kid that. But their kids don't get to use that shit. So
if you don't sit back and use critical thinking and you don't go, that's what people don't understand. Don't be afraid to unplug and step back and look at this shit. A lot of motherfuckers is telling you one thing and doing another. You gotta, like I said, don't look what they say, look what they do. Simple as that. That's all it is. You just gotta go, like, you know what I'm saying? They might be telling one thing, but they're not. Like, to me, I don't know if they're doing it intentionally. But it'd be a lot of these guys that be caping online, like we call them, some of these niggas they call simp, you know, they doing all these stuff with girls. But to me, they have kids. They might have, some guys they simping because, you know, they might slide in a girl's inbox. You know, they think they're going to simp online. But some of these guys are family men. Are like, you don't even have no horse in this race, bro. You got to, why are you out here? This ain't your fight. If anything, at least don't pick a side. Just let these motherfuckers squabble.
Yeah, let these people fight.
Why are you out here picking a side for something you wouldn't even want on your kids?
Derek Jackson.
Exactly. That shit is fucking nuts, dog. Like, people, I like these motherfuckers, these guys out here, you're saying, sure, these incels are online making fun of these thoughts. Sure, let them rock. That got nothing to do with you. I'm not, are you pro-thought? That's what you're trying to, you want to bash the incels. Are you pro-thought? I was like, you have a daughter back home. Why would you care if they're back? It's thrown to me. It don't make any sense. But they don't have anything to say when it's always destructive towards the men. So let's say they're making fun of these new rappers that are doing drill music or guys that are constantly face tatting. They'll make fun of those, tweet those all day. But if it's anything that's definitive or making fun of when women doing something are accountable, they're like, oh, y'all niggas weird. It's just culture that's always uplift the women. You could do women could do no wrong, and you could shit on the guy as much as you want. And that just them. Oh yeah, you know, I'm cool with my masculinity. To me, I'm like, yeah, but why not just call both sides and call a spade a spade? When this side's fucking up, you call it. When that side's fucking up, you call it. That to me is the only way you get to the truth. You don't got to run from it. But it's just kind of crazy. Like
that. All right, we went on a long tangent, nigga. Bring it back to hip hop.
Yeah, now let's finally go to hip hop.
All right, bring it back to hip hop. You have your boy T.I. finally admitting that he rapped. Or admitting on, I guess his podcast. What's his podcast called? Expeditiously.
Is it back?
I don't know if it's. I'm pretty sure it's back because there was a clip that came out recently. T.I. talks about how when he was facing the gun charges, he had to put the blame on his dead cousin.
Yeah,
and you know, black people in this whole no snitching shit. I guess people were debating, is it snitching if you tell on a dead person?
Yep. Yeah, people put on the Boosie meme. No, the Soulja Boy meme, and they said Gangsta Williams, which is Baby's Williams. They're like, this nigga's stealing my whole flow. This nigga's stealing my, because remember that's what Gangsta Williams went to jail for. When he went to jail,
where he got early release
to get out, he told on his dead homies. He told on the bodies they had. And Baby A Rock on him. And T.I. had to admit, T.I. said, you know, I was facing some gun charges when one of my homeboys died. And my lawyer said, if your homeboy did it, you know, we could get on that. And T.I. said his cousin spoke to him. And tell like, yeah, nigga spoke to you, niggas. It's common fucking business. It's common sense.
That nigga said, my cousin spoke to me after he passed.
Yeah. And like, as if God get that nigga passed, go hit your boy out. Like, get the fuck out of here. You did what you're supposed to do.
Exactly. And
if I get caught, any of us get caught, and one of us dead, nigga, you did it all. We all worked for you, in fact.
Exactly, bro. That's the thing. Like,
that's how it goes.
This whole niggas is, I don't know what's wrong with niggas, bro.
Niggas don't need to be doing crime because we have the worst crime manual in the world.
If you that stupid to not say, I'm not snitching on me telling on a dead person, that's not gonna affect the nigga's already dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Me telling on him is not harming anybody, or is, bruh, you would be a fool if I die. If me and you, Nate, do a crime, and I'm dead, and you go do an extra 10 years in jail because you sticking to this G code of not saying, not snitching, nigga, you deserve to be all types of raped in jail. Nigga, I hope they fuck your whole shit up in jail.
For that, right? For that.
If your dumbass decides to go to jail for extra time because you don't want to snitch on the fucking dead.
That shit is fucking... Hold on, pause real quick. I gotta piss.
Short intermission, Nate had to take a pee. You know, they got a weak bladder. Yeah, bro. So back to T.I., bro. If back to just the streets, bro. This whole no snitching on dead people, bro, is fucking ridiculous, bro. And you find niggas online arguing to death about that shit, talking about that's going against the code. Ain't no snitching, ain't no cooperating with the police, nigga. If a nigga is dead, nigga, put all the charges on that nigga.
You know, black folks, we don't understand. Crime is crime. The fact that people act like this shit is they treat this shit like it's a union, like a religion, in the sense that there's rules that have to be followed. There's a code. There's no code of arms, a code of honor. There's none of that. It's crime. Don't you tell me there's no code. What is this code you talking about? Because if there's a street code, right, here's how you know this shit is really thrown. Because let's say there's a code. You and this person see each other, you have to kill each other, you slide in the op, he kills one of you, kill one of them, y'all going back and forth, this, that, and third. When you get in jail, though, it's segregated by color. The same nigga you had to kill, that's your brother in jail. Mm-hmm. Because in jail, if he's already connected, you need permission to even kill him. And they might need him, and that's just your partner. So in jail, somehow you have to be, now it's no more beef. Right. You go to right prison, y'all niggas is like this. So what happened to the code then? So they shows that you can, these rules could be folded and changed anytime. So these motherfuckers, y'all couldn't, because you know in jail it's like its own government. It flips it completely different. There's guys that were trying to kill each other outside. When they're inside, them niggas have to, they just may not fuck with each other, but they have to just be cool. But remember when they're on the outside, it was on site. Mm-hmm. When they're in prison, it's not on site anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because there's consequences. If they kill that, if they kill
of the fittest, you know how to play it.
Yeah, because if they kill that guy in prison, they know they're going to die. There's actual consequences. But you mean to tell me your homeboy died, to stay out of prison, you can't, you got to understand these rules, they're supposed to be malleable. You're supposed to play it to the highest extent at the very least if you're going to do anything else. It don't make any sense to have rules to protect the dead. Nigga, the dead is always guilty. He's dead.
Yeah, bro.
Throw every charge on that guy. You know what I'm saying? It don't make any sense. That shit is so, it's crazy. But yeah, T.I. saying that he had to snitch on his own brother. Nigga, you do what you're supposed to do.
Ain't nobody. I'm not going to give no backlash to that, nigga. That's what you supposed to do, nigga. You supposed to preserve yourself. You still alive. Preserve yourself.
Exactly.
That nigga dead. He dead, unfortunately. But hey, you going to have to take these charges, playboy.
Yeah, and the fact that he, I guess the statute of limitations up and he had to come out and say it. And, this was after years of saying he ain't no snitch. Like, yeah, to my eyes, you're still not a snitch. Nigga, I told him the dead was a problem. If that's your thing, that's what you're supposed to do. I don't get... Snitching is not even, like, there's no definition to snitching. Even that's thrown, because in the black community, you can't even snitch on your... It's not even... You can't... Okay, you got beef with someone, the person shot you up, and you can't even tell on him, right? But snitching's supposed to do, I did a crime with you, and then we get caught, I tell on you. That's snitching. That's how I always understood what snitching was like, nigga, we did dirt together, and I get caught, and then I want to get some time relieved or some shit like that, and I put you in like, okay, he did this, he did that, blah, 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 and we did the crime together. These niggas cost, if snitching on the ops is snitching. That's thrown to telling me. On the ops is snitching. I'm like, bro, they fuck that. Nigga. They definitely didn't read the Lord of the war. What's the name? The something of war. The Art of War. The Art of War. Because you're supposed to win by all means. There's no what's the name. You're supposed to the war best one is the war that's never fought. That means if you could put a brick under your ops car and call the cops on them, that's what you're supposed to do. Exactly, you don't have to catch a body, get them out the paint. You know what I'm saying? If you could send somebody else to rob that block. So you could scare the boys to get off the block and you take the block like 50 Cent he used to do. He said he used to hire niggas from the other city or the other borough come and rob this block that would the scare niggas get off so he could take over that block. Fucking genius. That's what I was doing. No, that nigga saying There's no, it don't make any sense. It's the art of war.
We fighting over this street that's not ours.
Exactly.
Nigga, I gotta get you out the way. Rather than me kill you, I'd rather send you to jail for 20 years.
Whatever it is, I gotta take you out.
That's the humane thing to do.
That's the humane thing. I'm gonna look out for you. Exactly.
So
you'll notice. Did anyone ever call what's the name of Snitch in Power? Did anyone ever call what was the main character? Did they ever call Ghost a snitch? Because Ghost sent what's the name to jail?
Kanan,
yeah. Did anyone ever call Ghost a snitch?
Of course not, bro.
Yeah, motherfuckers don't even.
Rules only apply to people that aren't popular.
Yeah, that's true.
People that you don't like. Niggas true. That you do like can snitch all day and they get a pass in the hood.
That's it.
So.
And they don't even realize that, when they say that the shit is always still like, listen, man. And then ultimately in crime, the rules, the winner is the winner. Motherfuckers don't care how you won. You could have snitched on your whole crew and you got out and you're still rich. Motherfucker, you won that crime. I don't care if people say, he did that, but he snitched. Yeah, but he's rich. Yeah. He's a criminal and he was willing to sacrifice other people to get to that end game. Is it admirable? No, it's fucked up that he was willing to sacrifice people. But there's some people.
There's a saying. What's the saying?
No honor amongst thieves. Yeah, no honor amongst thieves. Some people say, you know what I'm saying? Some people tell you do a whole lick and then they come out and set you up, do the lick, and then they come out and go set up and go confess and get a full pardon on their behalf, so they get to keep their share and they testify against you. It's a fucked up thing, but he's a criminal at the end of the day. People do all sorts of green shit to get ahead.
Yeah, so,
and that's what I didn't know. There's no honor amongst thieves, but I don't understand that any of the backlash that T.I. would be getting on that. What else we have on hip hop?
You got Tory Lanez. I guess they're doing what they normally do to niggas in the hood, is stack them charges.
Mm-hmm.
Tory Lanez faces new charges. I guess this new charge is aggravated assault or something like that.
Okay.
Which I thought that's what he was always charged with, but I guess that's not what he was charged with or going to trial for. But this is what they always do when they trying to railroad somebody.
Yep, they start adding this shit.
You start stacking the charges because nigga, you gonna be found guilty for something.
Yeah.
So just like when you get caught with, say you get caught with some dope in your car,
mm-hmm.
they hit you with the possession charge.
Yep.
Then they hit you with the possession with intent to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Then
sell it next to a school or a church, which there's one in every corner when you're in the hood.
Right, so they just stack the charges.
Yep.
So because of course if you get hit with a possession, it's just a possession. Cool, but they try to hit you with something that's stronger, which possession with intent to sell,
mm-hmm.
which comes with more time.
Yep.
And you get a lawyer, you're gonna beat the intent to sell, but you're not gonna beat the possession. So they're gonna get you for something.
They're trying to, especially if they hit the jury up, and there's a lot of them. After a while, they're just like, we ain't got them this, well, they can't prove that. And they're like, well, that we did kind of. A jury ain't got no problem looking through, like, well, they did kind of prove this one. Jury ain't got no problem trying to find, because it's harder to beat them on everything. You know what I'm saying? So when they stack and almost, it's hard to beat every one of those charges.
Right, because you could beat the main stuff.
Yeah. They gonna sit you down for something, especially if the state don't want to look like they wasted all this fucking money. They want you to sit down for a little bit. Yeah, so they added firing a firearm, some shit, the Tory Lanez shit, some shit like that. Unlawful use of a firearm, some shit like that.
Yeah, some bullshit. So.
Yeah, you know, it's wild. I get every time you shoot somebody out of unlawful use of a firearm. If you're not killing, if you're not using for self-defense, then automatically anytime you get an assault weapons charge, it should, if you fired off assault charge, it should come on an unlawful use of a firearm with it.
Right.
But it goes hand in hand. So yeah, they're just stacking it. And some of those charges don't even mean anything, because if they get you on the main thing, it's not like the judge is gonna tell you, okay, you get this charge for that, and then after you do that, you get what they call it consecutive.
Yeah,
which if they really want to fuck you over, they'll do that.
They do that, but
they'll tell you
it's run
concurrent. Yeah, run straight through. Yeah, they do bullshit like that. When I caught my charges, they stacked my charges and shit. They gave me charges that were supposed to be like one count one of this, count two of that, when it should have been count one this. Like it should have been like, let's say, possession, count one, or possession count one with and also count one was with intent to sell. But they gave one count of possession, one count with intent to sell. Each time they made a count, they broke it down. It's like a new charge. They try to stack it on
because unless they catch you in the act of selling the drug, that whole thing. If that was the only charge, possession with intent to sell. If that's the only charge, it's easy to beat the intent to sell if they didn't catch you selling it.
Yeah. Yep. So they stack it.
So they stack it to where if you don't get the intent to sell, you're gonna get the possession.
Yeah, it's some throw shit. And I'm like, and the trial just about to go on. Look like they figure they might lose this case, so they try to give Tory, the one off.
Yeah, they trying to stack it. I'm pretty sure they trying to flip Megan's best friend.
They got themselves a weak case. I'm thinking he ain't got no problem probably taking a plea deal 1 year with the unlawful use. We'll see if he even get that. He might even be able to beat that.
Because it wasn't his gun.
Yeah, because the government.
It was the bodyguard's gun.
Yeah, the government adding charges this late into the game, it's not a good look.
Yeah.
Not before trial. I'm surprised. It's kind of throwed that judges, but he's black, so shit like this. If it was a white person, they would definitely not be doing no bullshit like this. Like this is a high a high level
high profile
case. How you throwing this shit last minute and we're in trial and you're adding new charges now? Motherfucker, you spent almost a year and some change. How you didn't been thinking? How's this last minute you're trying to say? How you look? You coming up weak, last minute, offer this dude a plea or some shit. I'm sure you didn't want to do it after you was in, but that's your fault for fumbling that bag.
They're trying to make an example out of him, but their case is so weak they can't.
They didn't have a case because for a long time they didn't charge Tory, remember? And then after a while, they decided we're going to charge him and then bring it up. Remember, like for the first 2 months, they didn't do anything? Because she ended up saying it wasn't him when it first came out, remember? And then after a while, they was like, I think we got him. And as the shit got fizzled out, they're like, okay, now that as the popularity turned against him, they're like, yeah, we already got the people are against him. We got him now. They thought it was cool. But it's been so long. Now the people starting to go back. It's wavering. The shit ain't adding up. Now they see that they got a nothing burger. They trying to throw some shit in there. And yeah.
And their lead witness is
the officer that arrested Tory can't even testify because he has a history of battery as well. So they don't want him to even testify because when you don't be able to testify, they can question your own past. So they were like, hold on, you mean you seen him? You saying that you arrested him? He's a assailant. Well, don't you have a history of assailing? So you would know. So he don't want to send up. So they kind of even want that officer to understand. So they lost one of their big key guys on there. He's not gonna testify anymore. So now it's all hearsay. The guy that did it arrested. So it's looking crazy, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see how it goes. Even if Tory get off on technicality, they're trying to, dirty his name through the public good. It is kind of thrown, man. It is kind of thrown.
I think once she did that interview with what's homegirl name? The one Snoop called long face bitch or some shit. Gayle King.
Yeah.
Yeah, once she did that interview and said they wasn't fucking.
Yeah, and that in itself she's a fucking liar. How much is that? Oh, if she gets in that stand and they ask her that,
bruh,
she get a lot of sticks. Listen, I'm not saying Tory did not shoot her, but for us to act like he went out his way and actually we know motherfuckers was either drunk, shit got crazy that night.
That nigga did not shoot her. The friend shot her, bro.
Then why you want him to go to jail for? Is it just the story's not good anymore? Now we locked in, we might go to jail. The shit ain't making no sense. I don't know if he didn't shoot her. I just know it doesn't call. I don't think this guy's a malicious shooter of her like that. I know maybe he was drunk. Maybe it's I don't know if this is, prison is meant for you to do crime for reform. I don't feel like I feel like, is he not reformed? Is this a guy that he doesn't go around shooting women? Yeah. So this is a one-off. Does this call for this? Maybe he should soon come at him civilly. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this is a lawsuit type thing. I don't know if this is a criminal thing.
The state should have never picked that up.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't have no fucking. If it takes you 2 months to arrest somebody, after all the facts.
Yeah, exactly.
It takes you 2 months to arrest somebody. Don't pick this case up. Y'all just wasting taxpayer money.
Yeah, be like, y'all didn't want to cooperate. I'm gonna drop this case. Sorry, it's not on me. I wasn't in the car. Y'all knew what happened. Y'all didn't want to tell me the story. We ain't got nothing to pick up on. Yeah. Simple as that. It happens all the time. Motherfucker can catch a body in the hood when other people does not cooperating. They're like, well, all right, it's just gonna be an open case. So somebody want to talk. But y'all want to get shit hot because they celebrities. Y'all want to overwork some shit. Y'all want to make up your own story. And y'all thought, oh yeah, we got him. We got her word and her best friend. And they're like, they didn't factor in the best friend was going to play ball. Well, they didn't factor in the best friend and Megan to this day still aren't friends. They done fell out for good. How does that happen?
It's like they didn't listen. The best friend came out with a whole death record against Megan.
That's some other shit.
Bitch, you lying. All you did was fuck this. You fucking niggas behind my back. Blah. So all this shit is like, did they not see this tape? This record? The friend made a whole diss record after the Tory Lanez shit, and they still think they're gonna use the friend. Like if you have a good lawyer, they gonna pick that shit apart.
It's fucking thrilled, man. And of course she's part of Rock Nation. That's in itself is a powerful thing. You seen this shit we're here? So we'll see how that goes. Tory's we'll see as their case moves forward. Shit is crazy. I thought we had something else in hip hop, did we not?
Not to my knowledge.
Let me see, just in case. Cause it's definitely been a busy week
in hip hop.
I don't know if it's been a busy week. I feel like we missed something.
Unless it was like Thanksgiving weekend or something like that, but I don't remember nothing.
Kanye's still berserking out here?
Yeah, Kanye's being Kanye, bro. Kanye's still not letting up on it. Yeah, that was a thing that happened. Kanye saying he admires Hitler and shit like that.
Yeah. That's our next thing. Kanye is a fucking went off the deep end, man, and I don't want to say he went off the deep end. Kanye is. Listen, that's why I never vouch for crazy people. Once a motherfucker's crazy, I'm like, he's crazy. You can't deal with crazy people. They're too. That's the worst thing about crazy people. You can't control them with money.
It's unpredictable.
They're unpredictable because money was a common theme, or logic works for the common person. But a motherfucker that don't deal in logic, don't deal with money, how can you control them? You have no control. So you trying to go for bat for him, like, yeah, this guy, they trying to fuck him over. And the next thing you know, this guy's talking about, yeah, even Hitler did some good things, highways and all that stuff. I'm like, I don't know about it's worse that the thing that I think he cited for Hitler, I don't think Hitler actually did.
He said Hitler invented the microphone.
Yeah. Which I don't think he did. I think they said it was a black guy or some shit like that. Some fucking throat shit. I like, how you gonna...
Nigga, we have audio recording before Hitler was even around.
Yeah, Hitler spoke on microphones before he was around. How would he have invented it if he...
So Kanye is on some, I don't know where he read the shit, bro. Nigga read some shit.
Yeah, it's
if
one
the
of those
shit's
things,
on paper and Kanye reads it, he's gonna believe it's the facts.
Yeah, the shit is crazy. So we know this guy's kind of going through it. But once you say that, nobody's fucking with no Hitler. But in America at the very least. But
I even had this thing where I had a Jewish professor in college, and she wanted to propose a question to the class was, do we think Hitler was a genius? And that bitch ended up that she left salty that day.
Why?
Because the whole class was like, yeah, the nigga fucking had fucking people with blonde hair, blue eyes, killing other people.
Yeah.
And said that they're the better race. And
he didn't even fit the criteria. And he didn't fit the criteria. Yeah, he's a fucking genius, yeah.
You have to have some type of fucking genius in you to pull that off.
It's not charismatic is what it's called. When you can go a lot of things when you're charismatic. Like what happens is when you're charismatic, you can be a ruler of people. You don't necessarily have to do it, as we can see this guy that just stole this cryptocurrency shit like that, Offbeat, or the guy that did WeWorks, that $1 billion company. When you're charismatic, as of late, I was thinking, man, great scheme. I like, when I'm seeing all these white boys getting off, I'm been thinking, the goal is to be a millionaire, but as of late, I've been thinking I'm selling myself short. You might fuck around and get a bill out this bitch. Because you get a business going, you get a couple of charismatic white folks a white guy, a couple white girls, you put them on your sales team, and you just send them out there. That's what's happened. There's plenty of businesses that are fortunate that are angel investors right now in San Francisco, and it's Indian guys start up the business. They're in Dubai and all that. They call it the business, and the first thing they do, they get you get you a sales team, but you get you a couple of charismatic white guys, especially white girls. Because that's why you already know women, they do pretty good in sales, especially medical shit like that. You get them go around, they do meetings with all these angel investors they can sell. Once you get up and you make that person the face of the company, man, that should just go to money generating. Once people believe in a person, though, and like you said, once money follows money, and once you start looking like money, like a legitimate, before you know, you hit the money, grab you out of there. Motherfucker don't know what's gone before the shit's up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. I don't know. Hitler either had his charisma, he was able to flip the script on people. And people don't realize that. You know what I'm saying? people don't realize that. I don't know if that makes him a genius. I guess it's a genius in the sense that he wanted to do his own vision of it. But
I don't know. Yeah, genius might not be the right word, but you're not gonna tell me that there wasn't something about him that just was abnormal and like. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he was a leader. The motherfucker was a beast.
So I understand what Kanye is saying, or trying to relay.
Yeah,
that okay, he had some good quality. Just because you may have a good quality and use it to be fucked up.
Yep,
and that's what Hitler did.
Yep.
So his good quality was being able to rally up the troops.
Exactly. Yep.
So you want people that's what you have. That's what you elect a president, because they can rally up the troops.
Exactly.
And just because the dude used it for fucked up ways, that don't mean being able to rally up the troops is a bad thing. He just did it. He just used it in a negative way.
Exactly. It just, he could have used that shit for good.
Exactly. You could have rallied up the troops and fucking cured some type of disease
or help something. Like exactly. Yeah, he used it for the wrong. Yeah,
he used it for evil.
Exactly, in that aspect, and even in that aspect, and that in itself in America, the fact that we like to paint Hitler as the worst person in the world. You know what I'm saying? He killed 6 million Jews. It is completely evil, sure, but we got motherfuckers that did way worse atrocities, like King Leopold. Leopold killed all those Aboriginals, killed all those Africans, chopped off their hands to the point that they still sell candies with just like the little figures. That's their logo, like the hand. Chopping off hands, would have the parents take pictures of the kids' hands when they wouldn't mine enough rubber, enough gold and chocolate and shit like that. The Swiss and all that. So you talking about the numbers dwarf what the Jews lost. You know what I'm saying? But in America, someone else's genocide is that's the worst one that comes in. Because they, you know what I'm saying? Because they're in that position to you know what I'm saying, to make that thing. So it's one of those, it's kind of crazy. But either way, Kanye's trying to get on his super ultra religious thing that nobody's above reproach. You can't tell me who I can't love. You're like, I can love you and love that guy too. You're like, I'm a Christian. You're like, and the Christians love everyone. And technically, that's what it says in the Bible. Yeah. That's what it's supposed to do. So he got you at the one-up charge, but Jewish people like, look, we don't even fuck with the Bible like that. That's one. But you ain't about to say to Hitler. That's what we draw the fucking line. Which is, it is kind of crazy to see, that I'm thinking that Kanye might be the guy that fucking kicks over the hornet's nest of the untouchables. It's kind of crazy. This is why you don't let crazy people in the game, because a crazy guy is going to be the one. As much as
the whole script.
Flip the whole script. Like, you let the crazy guy in it, he don't flip the whole script, because if you shut him down, it gets worse.
Listen, we're at the time we're at now, we're saying Kanye's doing fucked up shit.
Yeah.
If we let shit play out, 10 years from down the line, motherfuckers going to be like, Kanye was right.
It happens.
There's a possibility.
It's 2 times a day, right? Yeah,
shit always happens like that. Like just
if
like
you let shit rock long enough, yeah.
Or when he dies and shit like that, you never get credit for nothing when you're alive.
Yeah.
Just like black folks with Malcolm X.
Exactly.
It was like niggas wasn't fucking with Malcolm X.
And after he died, like
50 years later, you know what, Malcolm X was right.
Exactly. So yeah, I like so when I'm seeing just today, I think like the president of Congressional Jewish, which I didn't even know they had that. He's talking about he's asking for Spotify and Apple and them to remove Kanye off of their things. So he's streaming off anti-Semitism. Like Did he have anti-Semitism in his lyrics?
No.
That shit is thrown to me.
Nigga
Like
made Jesus walk.
I like when did
Unless
he
they call if the Jewish want to call Jesus walk anti-Semitic, come on.
I think they don't want him profiting or they trying to go after everything because Kanye still
He's
gets
not profiting, but the music is not anti-Semitic.
That's what I'm saying. So it's thrown.
So you telling me you don't want him profiting anymore in general?
Exactly. That's just and you're gonna prove his case. You don't want this guy to make no more money at all. Listen, he's telling you he don't need the other money because he's already solidified off of his past work. You're trying to cap his past work.
Yeah.
They're like, that ain't had nothing to do with this.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of what they tried to do. It's what they did with Bill Cosby. When they shut down Bill Cosby, they took off all the shit off air. This, that, and third. But now, we're gonna do this with music. There's some throw shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? This guy didn't do no crime. You trying to pull this guy shit off for what? For the speaking point? He ain't saying death to Jews. He's not calling for your hatred or lockup or anything. He's having his own contractual dispute, his own world, and he's calling y'all people out. And if you want to send somebody else to rebuttal, y'all go to. But
so the more they try to sanction Kanye, the more they prove him.
The more they're proving him right. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Yeah. This shit is fucking crazy. I like, God damn, this crazy motherfucker might have pulled it off. Because he is one of the biggest black artists, was one of the richest men in America, if not richest black guy in America at one point. And y'all making it seem like, and even though some of it not maybe, because at first they like to advertise how all these things, the pylon are pulling back, how he's worth that. So even though most of it might not be true, because ain't no way a guy was worth billions and is now worth 20 million. No way. I'm saying
they say he's at 20 million now?
Not 20 million, but 200 million of that. There's no way. You know what I'm saying? And stocks weren't sold, this, that, it doesn't work like that. But he's allowing y'all to push all that shit because y'all want to make it seem like it's punishing this, that, third. And y'all thinking you're winning, but the more you're taking from him, because one, you didn't lock it all out, but the more you're taking from him, the more it's flipping on you. And he still has income. Nonetheless, it is crazy. It is crazy. I like, damn. And this guy's out here praising Hitler like he's fucking crazy, but y'all don't realize y'all just gotta ignore this guy and be like he's a fucking loon and all that, or at the very least, but trying to keep going more and more at him. You know what I'm saying? And then some people are mad that, people like Chappelle or this and that, but like, that guy needs a little help. I'm kind of letting him rock or this, that, or he needs a little, it's sad he don't have the right people around them. That's what some people are saying. And I can't say they're wrong because it's clearly Kanye is going through some kind of episode and all that, but it takes critical thinking to realize that, he's having an episode, but when he posts up the tweet about his fucking, fitness instructor talking about his trainer talking about we're gonna lock you up and make you not see your kids, and we none of us report on this, none of us speak on this, and we just say Kanye. That's why, like I said, man, when I be unplugged though, it's hard for me to go back to mainstream.
You'll see the message that the fitness trainer sends at him and be like, we don't know why he's doing this.
Yeah, but
nigga, we show you why he's doing
this.
We
see it, but the media, everyone that's plugged in, act like that shit did not happen. And the rest of us see this. That's the one thing I give Trump his props for. At first I remember when I was saying about a year ago, the one thing that fucked up Trump that he did in America is he made people no longer believe in the media, and that's messed up. That whole fake news shit. We need some kind of source we could believe in. But after looking back, a lot of this shit is fucking fake. And what he did, I think it might work I don't know if it works for the greater good. I know it works for me. I'm glad I can't go back to looking at the one point of view ever again, though. And especially when I see motherfuckers I can say, like I said, he posted a note and he might go off on that note that day. And tomorrow morning you see on CNN or Fox News, they're talking about he's going off and not mention the note. When the note's showing right there, some guy has control over this, that, and this shit is fucking, it's nuts, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't play this, lie to me and shit I can't see, but you can't lie to me in my face. You know what I'm saying? There's some throat shit. So either way, with the Kanye thing, it's crazy. There's something in there that made me, we fucking missed this week too, though. That was pretty good.
Was it on Kanye or was it something else?
Oh, it's so fucking... That's just slipped my fucking mind about I know we said with the note, with them singing the note with him. Damn, hopefully it'll come back. What else?
What else we got? We got. You want to do Pop culture or sports?
You could either do either or. You could do you said pop culture or what?
Sports.
You go run into sports.
Sports, you got big news this week for HBCUs and black coaches and Coach Prime. Deion Sanders accepts a job at Colorado University. And he's leaving Jackson State after bringing them 2 championships in 3 years. And he decided, nigga, it's time.
An undefeated season, right?
Undefeated season. Time to get a new job. He got offered a new job, but that's paying him, I think, $5 million. Versus what he was getting from Jackson State, which he was already donating half of it to like the university to upgrade the facilities and stuff like that. And black people were just upset that he was leaving the HBCU, and I guess.
Listen, man. One thing I realized, man, like you can't ever please niggas, man. You never go. You gotta do what you gotta do when you can and dip out when you can. Like, you can have these motherfuckers want. If you had to donate $1 million, they're gonna say, "Nigga, you worth $1 billion. What the fuck's $1 million?" You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you never came, they say, "Why you didn't go over there?" You went. They're gonna want you to never leave. It's one of those things you gotta do. He went there. That area where he is at, they said like $30 million in surplus revenue in that area. The school got extra money. He was asking, they're supposed to give him even proceeds, I hear, after, let's say, X amount of tickets sold, let's say after 30,000. And they said Deion never got that. They're saying that it's coming out now, which I don't know if it's true, but there was lots of stuff.
That's what I was about to go into. Like, he was donating his money, his salary back to the school.
Half the salary,
And then come to find out, he was bringing in just his name was bringing in so much money into the school, and now to find out that the school was misusing the money.
Yeah, it wasn't going back to the players or the they're just using it. He like reappropriating the funds. They didn't make no damn sense. These motherfuckers and
I'm pretty sure he knew about it.
Yeah, but he didn't mind.
He didn't put them out on blast because he wasn't trying to make them look crazy.
Yep.
But now I'm leaving and y'all talking shit.
But they said he played the long game because he also made none of his players, I guess they didn't have any commitments either. So when he's leaving, he can leave with everybody. You know what I'm saying? He can leave with who you want to leave. Because he took his son with him?
Yeah, that's his son, though.
That's what's crazy. But does he have to go where his son goes? Does his son have to go with him?
Yeah, nigga, my son coming with me.
I guess he's one of those coaches. I know what's best for him. I've been coaching him this whole time. I always thought that was odd, dads that have to go with their kids with their son. Like, does that kind of make your son look weak, or is it that's just his best coach? He's like, my dad's my best coach.
Long as your son can produce on that field, it don't matter what your dad is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But doesn't it show? Can't you show people you can produce without your dad there? No. But is he like, why would I risk it? My dad's my best coach. Because when it's time to come to NFL, well, he has to take his dad with him.
That's not gonna happen, but
it might well fucking happen if you produce a good enough player, nigga. You go wherever. If you're the guy, they'll find a place to put your dad.
They'll find a job.
They'll find a job. And this is fucking Deion, who's done that at a HBCU, who they said he went straight in for a head coach. He didn't do second under the money. Now he's going to a college. What do you think? You think he's about to be
HBCU is a college, bro.
I mean, a historical black. Now he's about to go a regular college.
HBCU
predominantly white,
college,
predominantly white. PWI.
Just disrespecting the HBCUs out here.
Predominantly white institution.
Even
the HBCU aspect, man, black folks gotta chill. I understand the culture and the history there, but for all y'all to act like it's the end all be all, as if HBCUs are not self-sufficient. So y'all acting like Deion's selling us out, this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, all HBCUs are ran and powered through the power of that state. It's still white power running through it that monopolizes, that gets it up and running. Deion can't do it, and there's no breaking away. That's y'all acting like an HBCU is an independent label. It is not. It is signed to the major of their state. It is not self-sufficient. So us acting like he's a sellout, he's not a sellout. We didn't own that.
It's only not self-sufficient because there's historically alumni of HBCUs don't really give back to the school like other PWIs do.
Yeah, but those schools are also underfunded by the state because PWIs, the state throw a lot of fucking money over there. They make it a thing. They result. So the HBCUs have to come out of they're underfunded, this, that, and the third. They still need to stay. It still come out. So if they were at the same level as the PWIs, then you left, then one thing. But let's not act like he could have stayed there as much as he want. It still wouldn't have uplifted all HBCUs because they still don't match the PWIs.
It's gonna uplift the HBCU that he's at.
Yeah, which he did.
All the money's gonna pour into there.
Yeah, and which he did. How much are they going to be there? They're not. He's not seeing it. His players aren't seeing it. The institution got and they're misappropriating the funds.
Yeah.
What the fuck he's staying there for?
Where's the backlash for the HBCU that's fucking up the money like that?
And we done seen this happen plenty. Well, wasn't it Howard University not too long ago that had the fucked up campuses? The people were getting mold and all that shit.
Yeah,
we done seen a lot of crazy shit. Y'all talking about all these HBCU. All right, listen, these are white institutions, not as that white-owned institution in a sense. So y'all complaining that there wasn't. Y'all need to worry about the state how they're allowing an institution that they're funding put money to get to that condition as well. Don't just be mad at the HBCUs. These are federal dollars going into there. Y'all gotta actually go find out where that money's going through. Yeah. To just act like, we're just going to a HBCU and nobody act like, hey, no, that's none of our business. We let the niggas do what they want. Nah, ain't none of that.
Unfortunately, like every 5-6 years, we always hear about some money being misused at a HBCU.
Yeah. Yep. So. Yeah, I'm sure it happens at big universities. They hide it. We've seen what just happened with your boy stealing from Mississippi and shit like that, and putting throwing the millions towards the for the pool, some shit like that for his kid.
Some shit. You talking about Brett Favre?
Yeah.
Yeah, some bullshit.
Yeah. So
money's always good. When there's a lot of money, money's always gonna be misused.
Exactly. It's just the way of money. But, there's like people were mad at when Dr. Dre added that whole wing to University of, California or some shit? And people talking about, he could have did that. Yeah, he could have did that for the HBCU. Yeah, but his daughter's going to that school. And trust me, his daughter probably wasn't the best candidate. But, I'm going to throw a wing in there. They're going to let anybody with my last name go into that bitch.
Exactly.
What's an HBCU going to do for it? You know what I'm saying? It sounds good.
People don't like nepotism. I have no issue with nepotism.
Yeah.
What's your take on nepotism?
Nothing. Oh, I'm all pro for. I'm about to be 100% for it. Like as of late, I'm actually just thinking. People thinking like my daughter is about to be. She's a sophomore. She's going to junior, so she's 2 years away from about to be finished with school. And more we be thinking she's gonna go to work and all that. We gonna say. I've been thinking, I might just have her just come work for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? You could control the out instead of sending them out to the world and hoping that they graduate and go work for somebody and hope they wasn't. I could kind of streamline and control the outcome for my kids more. I could have her work under me and she'll be getting all the raises, get everything else that you'd get out there through nepotism, the same way Trump does with his kids. Mm-hmm. You get what does nepotism do? It gives you guaranteed outcome. You know what I'm saying? Why play the lottery when I can make sure every one of my people?
Why risk it?
Why risk it? I don't gotta worry about if they could make it. They're gonna make it under my shit, even if they're an idiot, because they're under my shit. That's what nepotism do.
Yeah, I don't have no issue with nepotism because I know working at different companies where people like the CEO hire their kids and have their kids in manager positions. I'm like,
yeah.
So what?
Yeah, some people be mad. Oh, he's young. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. They're like, nigga, you got the hookup. That's what you're supposed to do. Get in there, get your hookup. I had a homeboy that he was like one of the youngest managers at Coca-Cola, and his dad was like a GM at the other one in Tampa, but he couldn't work under his dad, so they sent him up here in Orlando.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's what he's supposed to do. My motherfucker was a beast though. It wasn't like just because it's nepotism doesn't mean that the motherfucker's slacking.
Right.
This was a young boy.
That doesn't mean they don't qualify.
Exactly. This is a young boy because
when nepotism happened, people that under nepotism is always gonna say they don't qualify.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. But this dude was a beast. He's one of those young kids that usually come in. And usually when you're young, when you come to a company, you don't think you're going to be there long. So you slack for a couple of years because you're thinking this is just a stepping stone. I'm going to college. When really you should be coming in there trying to get as high up as you can as quick as possible, just in case you're going to be there years later. Just for financially, it makes the most sense. But he came in there as if like that. Like from the get-go, he's doing the management, he's doing the work. Like he seemed like he's going to overlap his dad in no time. Or get to his dad level in no time. He was a beast in that way. And this dude is younger than this. Motherfucker was a beast. He ended up leaving and he ended up getting a raise and going to another different plant by the time I was there. So I'm pretty sure he's still with the company, whatever he's had. But yeah, that nepotism, I don't mind the nepotism, man. So When it's your own shit, how can you not look out for your own people, huh? Don't make any sense.
Keep that shit. Like, motherfuckers want to tell you, motherfuckers are complaining about nepotism.
Yep.
But then in the black community, they'll tell you keep the black dollar inside the community.
Exactly.
But when I decide to do it, you want to say nepotism and the shit's not fair. Nigga, I'm just keeping it in the family like y'all want.
Exactly. Where else
sports?
Yep.
Sports, you got your girl Britttney Griner freed for a prisoner swap with Russian arm dealer. This came out, I think, today, where she was freed, and I guess she's boarding the plane and coming back to America. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some backlash on America for freeing her versus, because I know there's another prisoner in Russia, like
well, no, they traded her for the Merchant of Death. That's the guy that was a massive arms dealer. They even made that movie about him.
That was the prisoner swap.
Yeah,
but there's also other like people that was like in the armed forces.
Yeah. There's Marines back there. Yeah. There's other prisoners.
And motherfuckers wasn't swapping shit out for them.
No, yeah. That's just how it is, But when you get caught in a political thing, no, that's just how it is, man. You gotta pray to God you never get caught up in a political squabble. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go to another country, try to always go to American Ally at the very least, because then you're not. You know what I'm saying, because if you go to American Ally, shit gonna go smooth. You go to a place with America, especially when they put out those bulletins, don't travel to this country during this time. When they tell you that and you go and you get jammed up, or they tell you everybody out by a certain time and you don't listen, they put us up. Please know when you get jammed up, you're gonna rock for a little bit, because nigga, there's politics involved now. And before they told people, before Britttney was getting out, they had said almost a month before that, all Americans leave, and she didn't get out in time. And that's why they caught her at the airport when she was leaving. But this shit doesn't just happen it sometimes can happen though, at a drop of a dime. But America, when she was still back there, America and Russia was still on good standards. But when shit was getting bad, when the Ukraine started to go to war, they told all Americans should be leaving. She waited like a month, 2 months later, and then they caught her ass at the airport with that little vape pen out of there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That time.
You got to do that time. And that's the worst thing. People saying it's fucked up what Russia's doing to her. She got traded out today, and Biden's talking about it's messed up for all these for the charges he got. I'm like, is it messed up? Because motherfuckers in America still locking people up for weed. What are you talking? How is it messed up that they're enforcing their laws?
Their rules are their rules. You can't talk about it's fucked up.
It's not even that their rules are also our rules. We lock people up for weed over here. So how you gonna be mad? They're locking her up for having weed over there. They just happen to be more strict about it. Don't tell me it's unlawful. Is it any more unlawful than all the motherfuckers you got left over here locked up for weed? This shit is so fun. It's grandstanding at its finest, because they try to lie. Like, it sucks that she had to sit there and wait, but now that's what happens. That's why you don't get caught up being a political pawn for these people, and the shit turns left, and you're at a country you're not supposed to be. You're not in America. Shit can go bad. Shit can go turn left real bad, dog. I remember that Otto Warmbier went to North Korea and tried to take down like one of these signs that's telling people no recording. One of these signs that's showing how restrictive that government is. Think he's gonna bring it back to America. They said, nah, you ain't about to come out here with that shit. They get sent my dog to
ain't no
life hard labor camp. Yeah, they don't play that over there. And America kept fighting for him back. And by the time they sent that nigga back, he died within 2 weeks after the. Like, when he was dying is when they sent him back, because they didn't want to make him martyr. Like, okay, we'll give him back. They brought him back, but he died like 2 weeks after.
It worked that nigga to death.
Yeah, it worked his ass to death. I'm like, Jesus. And you think that country's really going to suffer for it? Nah, because we play games like that all over the world. Happen. You know how much people in America we got that has not went through trial, unlawfully detained, especially after 9/11? You got plenty of Arab motherfuckers just sitting there in over there in Guantanamo Bay, ain't got no trial date. Mm-hmm. Just blackout. Masked men came and got them in the middle of the night because them motherfuckers was on the wrong torrent browser, or they were just getting ready to get radicalized, or their cousins might have been. They gotta had a cousin. You know, motherfucker. You already know. We done seen RICO charges that one. When people come and sweep, they sweep everybody. There's plenty of innocent motherfuckers get swept up in it. Mm-hmm. But you talking about innocent people that have been in that bit almost going on 20 years now. No trial date, no nothing. There's people in America we treat them like that. And there's people abroad that we brought in, that we caught abroad. We bring them into America for terrorist prison movie. They never even did a crime in America. We do this shit all over the world. When countries have their politics, was that one guy, Charles Slim, whatever it is, Jamaica's biggest drug dealer. He used to sell weed, whatever. When they went through Jamaica, they had like a 2-day shootout trying to get some because he had on the whole block just to extradite him to America. Niggas is in jail right now. Never stepped a foot in America doing jail time in America for selling dope, selling weed. Saying like, you know, saying shit like this happens all the time. And we're talking about weed, which is about to be legal in America.
Weed,
exactly. So don't tell me this is all. Don't get caught up when these countries play their politics, dog. That's the worst thing could happen. Like, fuck, you just a wheel on the spoke, dog. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you just a spoke on the wheel at that point. You just gotta hope one day they let you out.
Yeah. So,
well, you got Black Panther still in jail, dog, since the 80s. They're not letting out. You know what I'm saying? That shit is fucking nuts.
You know, the only BG I recognize is the nigga that say bling bling.
Bling bling, who's supposed to be getting out soon.
Yeah, he's supposed to get
out. Boy, I tell you, I know you're gonna get that fucking Cash Money reunion tour because I know ain't no way Baby's not gonna go straight to tour mode. That would be nuts if he. I don't even have time for a fucking album. I'm not even dropping. I'm going straight to tour mode.
Yeah.
What would you do? You think you'd go to BG album first and try to do it out? Why do that when I could get a massive Cash Money tour going?
Nah, if BG comes out and BG playing ball with Cash Money, nigga, that tour would be crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Why would he not play? I mean, he got everyone back right now. He said he paid everyone back. Tour's still a free. For some reason, I don't know, whatever reason, Baby really, I don't know if he just don't fuck with Turk like that. But for some reason, like he's gotten Juvenile back and Turk's still cool with him. But I don't know if I don't know, maybe they pay him back. I don't know why would he, because he got Juvenile. Why wouldn't he re-sign him?
I don't know. I guess because there's not a demand for Turk like that.
But Baby's a businessman. He signs motherfuckers that there's no demand for all the time. He could just be just to have it under his umbrella. Just like he signed Mystical. Mystical is never going to come out. He'll sign you, put you on the back. This nigga's out with this dude. Labels cut this dude a massive check every year. He got to show he got people on. He got to have employees under there. You know what I'm saying? He got to make this shit make sense.
We got to see what happens when BG get out.
I just don't see how they not going to do that Hot
they
Boys
have to
tour.
do the Hot Boys
I mean,
tour,
they don't have to because Baby got enough catalog. He's eating regardless. It would just be a smart move to do it. They don't have. We would like it to happen. Baby got Drake. He got Wayne. He got Nicki. He really don't have to.
Ain't nobody ever not trying to make money, bro. I never heard someone said they had enough money.
Yeah, but you would think then why is there no? I would have at the very least right now still doing a Wayne, Turk and Juvenile tour. But there's not any of those like that. So you're like, nah, let me wait till I get all four. It'd be nuts. I don't see how that's not gonna happen. But that Hot Boy tour comes to town, my nigga. I'm in there.
Yeah, nigga.
They may not even have to be in town. We might have to go wherever it's at.
We gotta see what the tour date's looking like.
Yeah, we definitely gonna be with our people, though. That shit's gonna be epic.
Anything in a 300-mile radius.
You in there?
We there.
Yeah, man. That shit is gonna be fucking epic, boy. I can see it now. If Baby play his game right, man, I'll be fucking. I would be getting clothing deals lined up. I'll be bringing Jabot I'll be bringing that out of retirement. Imagine getting Jabot coming back out with a new line around there, and you know how retro comes back in style.
Well, Baggy's about to come back in style. So.
Yeah, so imagine the Jabot's rerun and reprint on those.
Reeboks come out with the
the 2 for $89s come back. Well, you know we're in recession. Those prices ain't gonna have the prices anymore, but the classic Reeboks come back out. Mm-hmm. Oh man, this shit could be.
There's a lot of money to be made.
A lot of fucking money made. Oh man, there's some brands that I can't wait till they come back in style. What's the Jabot was a good one.
You waiting for FUBU?
Nah, not for FUBU. FUBU was a little bit. FUBU was a little bit time. What was the one that had the G's don't get your nines oil?
Shit. Fuck, I can't remember.
Was it Gianni something like Jimmo?
I can't remember the shit name, bro. It started with a
Gino Green.
Gino Green.
Oh, that was raw, bro. And Gino Green drop, I'd love to see that one came back. That had like a little spurt for the time, but you know, yeah.
That probably had like a 4-year run.
Yeah, for them. Their clothes are just dope. That shit was just dope, but
in that time, I don't know if the shit be popping nowadays.
I'm saying if retro comes back around, it's not as popping. It's the same clothes. You reprint, you re-release. Hype beast shit. They don't need it massive. You just need a couple pieces. It's very expensive. Just like Supreme redrops every now and then.
Yeah, I don't know why those brands didn't just follow trends. Like clothes got tighter, nigga, make clothes that look better tighter.
Well, I knew a guy that knew the Gino Green guy out of New York. When shit got dry, I don't know. I think he tried doing music. He was trying to come back. He had sold all his stuff, and the dude had the multiple press. I used to work with the dude at Home Depot years ago. They're like, yeah, that's my dude, man. He says he's trying to come back out. But that clothing thing, how clothing is, you usually have like a 3-4 years and you die out.
Yeah.
And that's what usually happens. And you either have to create a new branch. And I guess it's almost like the record label. Some people don't do it. But Fubu and them, what they do is they find other markets. So when Fubu died out here, it's still popping in Africa and other places. You can still rotate them across the country, across the world. Yeah, so that's what you got to do until it comes back in the U.S. Fubu has been huge in Africa all these years still. And they have other... Fubu also owned Coogee and either Red Monkey or the other one that got popular at one point. So these were still their own shit. So when your shit's not trendy anymore here, you can rotate it with another thing that you have in the line. And you don't let people know that it has any association. So it's one of those things.
Niggas be hating.
Yeah, niggas be hating. That's how it goes. So he either owned, Red Monkey or Bathing Apes. One of the gorilla shits that was popping. When them shits come back around. But yeah, these companies, that dude just sold his company for $1 billion. What's the one that the black folks made very popular, the rock and roll one? Niggas used to, when the niggas were doing the rock star look, Ed Hardy just sold he just became a billionaire. So Ed Hardy. These are brands that black folks should have owned equity in, bro.
Yeah.
But I was just seeing an interview that how Dipset was saying how people were saying how Dipset made Supreme popping again. And they said they didn't know back in the days that Supreme paid them like $15,000 to do like a photo shoot. And he was like, it was real fucking smart on their part. Them boys didn't know, well, these niggas gonna pay us 15? They don't give a fuck. It's dope. And they said, man, they took that. They was doing ads in New York, posting the Dipset with the thing on. And that's what got Supreme out of here. They was already popular as a skateboard brand. But I guess that's when they switched over to Urban. And that shit's been like, imagine if them boys even own like 3% or 10% of Supreme. Supreme is such as a super huge hype beast thing. These motherfuckers sell bricks and erasers and just random shit.
Yeah, bro. Fucking Oreo cookies.
Yeah, anything they could do a merger with, they do little things for. So it's genius. Even if I was an executive now, if I was 50 Cent, I would go back with I would go back to Reebok and try to see if I could re-release those G units or those S. Carters if I was Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? But, them guys want a bigger cut. They want to make it make sense. But they would sell little quick re-releases, quick pieces. Even I liked the S. Carters. The G unit shits was ugly as fuck.
Yeah, the S. Carters I liked. I had a pair of those.
Yep. The S. Carters. Maybe 50 could break back out those G unit.
I had the Gucci colored ones, the S. Carters.
Yeah, them shits were nice.
Black, green, and red ones.
So
I guess they're Gucci colors, but you can always say
exactly
the black nationalist colors as well.
So if they could run those back, or remember when all the rappers had their own clothing line though? Outkast had Outkast shit was nice.
I don't remember Outkast having a clothing line.
Yeah, it had the O with the wings on there. Outkast had their own clothing line. Snoop Dogg had a dope ass one. Snoop Dogg shit had the bandanas and shit to it, dog. That shit it's like nigga, you were gang affiliated already with it. Like you'd have jeans and on the inseams would have like the blue and shit like that. It's kind of crazy now you think about it. Especially back then, motherfuckers.
I don't remember people wearing that shit.
It was, if you're a very hip hop head, maybe it wasn't as popular in Florida, but Snoop Dogg one was one of the bigger brands. Of course, the biggest brands was Rockefeller and Sean John. But everyone had started getting their own. Eminem had his own. It was through Echo. He had Shady Limited. Remember? Well, motherfuckers were raking him, but they weren't even eating like that in hip hop. They were just giving these boys a little slither.
Yeah.
Nowadays, these young boys eat, and you give them top opportunities. Only motherfucker that's eating like that off of everything right now is Travis Scott. Anything he sell touch, but that
was before the whole.
Yeah, but he's coming back around, you know.
Slowly, but
showing. He just dropped an album. What's the name? Just dropped an album, and he's like featured on there a lot. Metro Boomin, and he got some bangers. And I was like, man, your boy Travis.
I don't know if Travis merch isn't popping right now. Like
his merch.
He's
not dropping. Maybe he's not dropping merch right now.
Even like the collaborations he had with Jordan, Nike, and shit like that. They're not selling. They used to have like a super crazy resale value.
Yeah.
Now them shits they're only like 100 over retail.
You know, he cooled down on the quick promotion for a little bit after all them 16 people died, and people kept wanting it further as if he's the one that did it. He had to slow down. He's back to touring, but it's coming back around. You know, Travis though was one of the few that was doing everything. You know, Drake's a different fucking beast. You know, some of these people could really be racking up right now and be a young boy if he wanted to get different type of deals. So there's money to be made.
All right, what else we got?
What are we in? What are we in?
I think that was the last thing in sports. This whole Britttney Griner shit. We got pop culture.
What do we have in pop?
Let's see. Nike files a lawsuit against Kool Kai and Omni for their whole. I don't know if you ever seen the shoe that looks like an Air Jordan 1 but has like the lightning bolt on it.
So them boys merged together and got their own distribution and selling shoes?
No, what happened was they I believe they used to work together. And then they had like a falling out and they both just started doing their own thing but with the same type of shoe.
Okay.
And they had the same people that was making the same warehouse in China that was making
which happens.
Jordan ones that were just making their shoe.
Okay.
And they made a killing off of that shit. Because they were selling them shits for like $300 a pop.
Yeah.
I never got into them shits. Them shits was always ugly to me.
But did people in the streets respect them as Jordans?
People in the streets was rocking them shits, bro. Them shit, they sold a lot of them shits. That's why they on Nike radar. It's because them niggas was selling a lot of them shits.
Well, motherfuckers been trying to take out Omni with a Hellcat for the longest. You know, Omni with a Hellcat, he's supposed to be going to jail soon off of some tax evasion shit, but they just did him dirty. Those motherfuckers, he's super rich off of selling the
Fire Stick.
The Fire Sticks pack. Not even the Fire Stick. He had his own subscription shit. Yeah, where you pay him monthly, making a killing that way. And then his YouTube videos. And usually when you do some shit like that, when white people do it, there's a little dust up, but they'll come to you and say, you know what, you got all these people already coming to you. We're going to cut you a deal. You keep 10, 15, 20% or whatever, maybe 20%, and you we'll come to business and you make them subscribe, and now they're all under your wing, and we're going to still eat. Because these people are adamant and not paying for subscription and not going to the other guys. They want everything. Since you already got them over here, we'll broker a deal. Since you didn't really own it, you get a smaller cut, but we're all going to eat. Instead of doing that, like they've done time before again, that's how, like they did with was the LimeWire, which ended up becoming Spotify, the world's biggest That's why people don't realize the reason why Spotify have 10x more subscribers than Apple is because it was the gatekeeper of streaming downloads.
LimeWire I thought LimeWire turned them to Napster.
And Napster turned into Spotify. This is the same shit. This is all the same entities. This is why the biggest thing is started from a distributor. So you're supposed to do the same thing, but a black guy comes around doing it. Nah, they want this motherfucker in jail.
You gotta go to jail.
You gotta go. We don't even want to try to monetize what you already got up. When really this would be the fucking genius move to do. Especially how cable and all this shit's fragmented now and everyone's doing it. Why not get all this fan base under one thing? You know what I'm saying? But when them people want you, they're always doing some throat shit. You know what I'm saying? And they couldn't get him because he was smart. He said he had already went to his lawyer. None of the servers were in America and none of that stuff. So they couldn't even get him on that shit. So what they got him for instead? Tax evasion. And like I told you, no matter what you do in America, make sure you pay the man.
They're always gonna find something, just like
but when they can't find nothing, pay the man. Like I said, pay as long as you pay the man, you're gonna be good. Cause that other shit could be lawsuit.
They gonna always find something, just like Marcus Garvey.
What happened with Marcus Garvey?
Marcus Garvey got deported for fucking mail fraud. Some shit about he was mailing out something and they didn't have the right amount of stamps on the shit.
Yeah.
Wrap them up with that, bro.
but you're a revolutionary. When you're a black revolutionary,
that's what I'm telling you. They had nothing on him because he wasn't doing nothing illegal.
Yeah.
He was just telling black people, hey, listen, we could do our own shit. We could start our own shit. We could do this. We don't have to what's name. We don't have to rely on integration. Yeah. We could just do our own shit right here.
Yeah.
And them motherfuckers like, nah, nigga, you causing too much problems. Fucking mail fraud.
Yeah.
Deport that nigga. We ain't hear nothing from him since.
And he just died quietly over there?
Yeah. Sent the nigga back to Jamaica.
That was the end of his story.
Pretty much.
No, he didn't get killed, so at least you get the rock out, do it that way.
I guess.
But yeah, that's what happens when the system wants you. But that's different though. When the whole system wants you different. This is a certain sector. This isn't the government that wanted you. Yeah, and they're using their privilege. And that when you're going against a certain sector, the government don't care who pays them. You see, they're not loyal.
So if you pay your taxes.
As long as you pay, exactly. So you paying them, they're like, well, y'all settle that shit in court. That's what I'm saying. But you're not paying us, my man. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna get in there. And they gonna freeze all your asses. Bro, they came in on the with the Hellcat's house. They took everything, bro. He said they even took his kid's iPad. All electronic. He said that shit was so devastating. Even though he's back out now through his YouTube page, he's getting ready to do his little time. I think he's gonna do like 2 years, some shit. I like this is some throw shit. But like I told you, when they catch a celebrity, you don't think they don't want just that money when it comes to taxes.
Yeah, they don't even give you the opportunity to pay it.
Yeah, you gonna pay, but they're gonna
pay it. He's still gonna go.
He's gonna do the job exactly. So he's gonna do his little time, and now Nike's probably coming after him on some throw shit. But he went to Nike's distributor, which happens all the time. There's plenty of people that have knockoff. A lot of those knockoffs that they say you see in New York and shit like that. They said like they said the knockoff game is like $1 billion industry. Some of those people go to the exact distributors the people come to them and they get their own thing and they're over there selling them off of what's that one place in New York?
Canal Street.
Yeah, Canal Street and all that shit. Some of them shits are just same
quality.
Same quality, yeah. Same manufacturer. But they just a different thing. They got a little homie that got the same press kit, whatever, that works for a place that does it in the back door. They cut a different check. That's how it is. These people know, man, it's part of business. It's no different than all these people taking out the catalytic converters. And you're like, what the fuck they gonna mail all that down at? They put that shit in a shipping container and ship that shit right back to China. And that metal's coming right back through Samsung and everything else, these legitimate companies. These companies know they ain't all that metal in China. They know that's just coming right off of you American people. Part of the game. It's business. Yeah, he get caught in the middle. But I don't know how the other dude, I didn't know the other dude was already popping like that he was selling them like that.
Yeah, they both were selling them shits crazy. But now, I guess Nike did a trademark on the whole pattern and shit like that.
Yeah.
And them niggas kept selling them, and they was like, listen, I think they sent them warnings though, like cease and desist, like, listen, this is patent, or we trademarked the design, you can't use the design. Them niggas was like, you still gonna do it? And them niggas was making a killing.
I don't understand how Nike and them could even enforce some bullshit like that when they all steal from each other, especially in the sneaker world. There's 100 shoes that look like Yeezys, a whole bunch of knockoffs that look like, especially whatever the most popular shoes that they all knock off each other.
Like with when it comes to design and fashion and shit like that, you have to change it. I think you have to. It can only be 90% similar.
Okay.
Them niggas had that shit 98% similar.
Everyone was right there.
So the only thing they changed up on it was like they didn't have the Jordan logo, and they had instead of the Nike swoosh, they had the lightning bolt, and it just the percentage of the difference wasn't that high, so that's why it was considered trademark infringement.
My thing is, I don't understand how. So niggas in the streets just didn't care. The shit just looked that legit.
Niggas was also on the whole, we're going to support black business and shit
okay.
like
So
that,
people know that. Okay.
But niggas knew what it was.
I didn't. I was like, because now I'm at the age where I'm buying Bobos or not. If the shit look good, I'm copping it. But was the streets on that shit now? Now that we're in the fashion world, now that shoes is very, what I want to say, it's not just hype beast, because there's all the hype beast pieces as well. But kids nowadays really are wearing what the fuck they feel like nowadays. They wear boots. The shoes don't even have to match your clothes anymore. That's a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then especially now that you got the high end brand shoe companies that's trying to make the shoes as ugly as possible to see what they could get. There was that area trying to see what they could get away with. So is that one of those things that people are like, man, this shit look hard, even though it's not a Jordan. This should look just like a Jordan, and it's not cheap as well. So you can't tell me I got a knockoff, but it's like, nigga, this shit's still $300. This ain't.
That's the thing. That's where I think they did it right, because they didn't sell it for cheaper than what the shoe they were knocking off was.
Yeah, you're right.
Versus, because they could have easily just.
Yeah, because
all them shits and sell them for $100.
There's a black brand my wife wants me to was trying to get. I'm probably gonna get her. Hopefully she'll listen to the podcast. She's not gonna know. There's a black brand, a black lady. She makes like bags and shit, but her bag, it looks like Birkins, but on it says like, it's like spray painted. Like that's her thing. It says you're fake like this Birkin. You're fake like this Gucci. That's like her aesthetic. The bag looks exactly the same, but it looks like someone spray painted on it. And it says like, you're fake like this Birkin. You're fake like this Gucci. And her shit sell like $300, $400 a purse. So it's a high end thing. But you know a Birkin costs $20,000 or a set of $2,000 or $3,000. But her shit's also not cheap, you see? So she's a high end black seller, but she's that same thing. So I was like, that's a whole new thing. That's not bad. So you're doing a knockoff, but it's still a high end.
Right. Just sell that shit for a lot.
It's selling for a lot, and motherfuckers say like, yeah, I'm still rocking this shit. So people can be like, that's not no Birkin, but that shit expensive though. So motherfuckers still respect it. It's still what's that called? Couture. It's still called couture. They're like, this shit's couture. This shit's still high end. Yeah, I gotta find the name of that one, but yeah, I didn't know that. That's dope. I had a homeboy try to do like that. He tried to start a backpack, or it was between like a backpack or like suitcase shit, like shit for men, all that shit, attache, all them heavy bags, leather, goat, gator skin, all that shit. And I know he has a bunch of inventory just sitting around him, and his homeboy fell out, but he was getting different artists as the because when you start that shit off, you gotta kind of give them away, get different artists to sign on, shit like that.
Right.
But I don't know if that shit would ever blow up, he would have made a killing, because that spaces like that people aren't in. No, you already know you can make a killing though. Once you once you get in a little niche spot.
What else we got? That was pop culture. Looked like we already talked about Kevin Samuels being right. I don't see nothing else on this list, bro.
What am I thinking? Did we speak on who did we have? So we did speak on we spoke on Dion, right? What happened in sports? I know for sure we did Dion. Did you speak on Kyrie? Yeah, Kyrie Irving out here finally playing. He's blocking out the Nike sticker on his shoes. He's doing all that dumb shit. You know, he's taping it, putting like "I'm free" on his shoe. I like, can he connect with somebody right quick to get a different shoe?
Yeah, he could.
What is this tape up and putting up his over his shoe?
You better holler at what's buddy name? LeVar.
LeVar. That's why I feel. Or play with the ball shoes.
Go holler at Big Baller Brand.
Or at the very least, I'll be wearing Adidas right now or some shit. Like, I don't understand. I think he tried playing with Bubbles when he first came back, but them shoes, them shoes ain't gonna hold up. They're not good. So he went back to his actual shoes.
Yeah. When you playing professional sports, you gotta have high quality shit.
Okay, but it don't have to be Jordans. I mean, it don't have to be Nike. And he don't want to do Jordan because that's still going on the Nike. I'd be like, maybe he doesn't want to go to the other competitors because they're not paying him yet.
Yeah, that's another thing. Nigga, these people with influence, they're not promoting shit for free.
Yeah, but for me to wear the same shoe company I'm fighting against and just put it black on top of it, that don't make no sense to me, bro. I feel like you need to get some Hakeem Olajuwons or some shit, get some shit going, some cheap shit, and ball out on them. And then after that, once the renewal time comes, because you already know Kyrie's going to get a shoe deal within like a year. You know what I'm saying? Then this shit go over. He's going to find a new home. You know what I'm saying? Nike had no business letting it. Motherfucker lost his shoe deal. I don't know what are the intangibles for that. He might sue. There probably a settlement. It's one of those things, bro. You don't go out kicking and screaming, you don't get this bread, bro. We're going to renegotiate. We're going to kick it back. Don't make a big stink of it. We just had to do something.
He already told them, look, my legal team is looking into this and all this backlash.
Yeah,
and shit.
how the fuck I get fired for posting a picture online, bro? And I ain't got nothing to do with it. And I never said nothing else. Like Kyrie shit is definitely deserve a case study. So a motherfucker didn't do nothing and lose so much money by doing nothing.
Because Amazon just came out recently and said they're not taking the movie off of the platform. And I think the price of the movie went up.
Yeah. What's crazy, that movie, they suggested it to me just the other day. I was like, nice try, bitch. I ain't about to download this shit, have you at my house. I think it's because I looked it up on it and still see if it was online. It suggested that they're like, you ain't about to get the boy.
I was about to say, that nigga OG Nate P, anti-Semitic.
Yeah, they said, we know that shit with your house. You ordered that. So, yeah, that's definitely got to be a case study, dog. That shit is thrown for this dude to lose a fucking shoe endorsement deal. The good thing about Kyrie is that that's the difference between him and anyone else that's protesting, that he's still producing. That's what I kind of make want to root for him. Like, if you could get your shit off and still ball.
He's still in his good years, in his prime type shit.
Still one of the best. Exactly. He's still one of the best in the leagues.
He's not on a downfall like a Colin Kaepernick.
Exactly. So people just try to say he's just standing up for no reason. Mm-hmm. Like, motherfucker, I could just play ball. You realize that I play this shit at a high level. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he's still able to ball is like, this is dope. So we'll see. I just would like to see what shoe deal he does with all these guys that are going against the grain. If we could see them do it right, like if Kanye dropped a song the other day on Alex Jones just yesterday or some shit. It's like I don't know if it's like some kind of Jesus song. I didn't listen to it, but people talk about who's listening to it. That shit got 3 million views in like the first couple hours.
Nigga said that song was fire.
I didn't hear that, but that's why these motherfuckers don't like.
I was looking on Twitter and it was like, hey.
You see it?
Y'all say what y'all want to say, but this nigga, when it comes to music,
that's what people don't like. They don't like the fact that this person is acting. I love it if you act it up and you can still produce.
Right?
They're like, what the fuck are you telling this guy if he's still rocking? So I kind of want Kyrie to still be out here balling. Imagine this guy just balling, don't say anything. People are like, God damn, what can we do about this guy? So we'll see how it goes. What else do we have?
That might be it for this week, bro. You have any recommendations? Anything you watching that's new?
Let me see. What am I watching this week? Let me see. I'm still trying to. Oh, we did. Oh, that's the last one I had for this one. You seen the Good Morning America host?
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
shit.
Amy Robach and T.J. Holmes, where they got caught having an affair.
It's not an affair.
Yeah, they're both married.
They're both going through divorce, sis.
I don't think they're going through divorce.
They're both separated.
Okay, well, either way, they're going through divorce because footage came out.
It wasn't that wasn't the cause of them being separated. Like, they've been separated from their partners for like the past several months.
Oh, okay. So either way, them two are smashing, and you see photos of them. People wonder they smash, but you see them like people. See them that they're at together, like at a bunker or he's touching her ass and someone caught him kissing. So, and then now like, damn, so the block's hot. This shit breaks out on Twitter. And then I'm like, damn, the whole block hot on my boy. And they go on TV, act like nothing happened. They still rocking out. People like, damn, these motherfuckers acting like nothing happened. I was respecting it for a minute. I was like, finally an institution like motherfuckers, nigga, we grown up. We just.
But that's the thing. ABC came out and said they did not violate any company policy or anything like that.
They should have even addressed it.
Suspending them. So why are you suspending us?
No, before ABC said anything, they were just there like for a week doing nothing. People wondering, y'all not gonna do anything? I would respect the company for just let this shit blow over. These are people, bro. This whole constantly acting like people cheat. It don't matter if they're
cheating is not.
Cheating is not a crime.
It's not a crime, and there's no fucking company that says if you cheat, you're losing your job.
Exactly. It don't make no fucking sense.
On your spouse that doesn't work for this company or anything like that. There's no violation there.
Exactly.
But ABC to come out and say that there's no violation, but we're suspending them. Why are you suspending them?
Exactly. And then
that's just a lawsuit coming.
Well, today they said they're bringing back Amy Robach, and they're still keeping T.J. Holmes suspended. Of course, you might don't got the complexion for the protection to be expected. Black man about to lose it.
they fucking black men fucking people at work is not good.
It's a problem. Yeah, it's a problem. You fucking
These
at work.
niggas is deviant.
Yeah,
These niggas is deviant. You're not allowed to fuck people at work when you a black guy, bro.
like that's what I'm like. I'm like, this shit don't make no damn sense. And then come to find out, it was his wife, who was also an attorney. That was her. She had hired like a PI or something like that to kind of see what he was doing and all that. So you know, she gonna definitely hit him with that. Hit him over the beat. My dog getting ready to lose half. If he didn't have a prenup, she's an attorney. She gonna get something. That footage ain't leak, running your name through the dirt for no reason. Because none of us had no reason to know this. This could have just been showed up in court, bring it out. But I would respect the company for just letting this shit rock. We're getting out of hand right now, bro. People cheating and losing jobs and careers, bunch of shit that didn't affect any of the business. It don't make no sense.
It doesn't.
It don't make any sense. So yeah, we'll see how your boy TJ Holmes does.
This is America letting black guys know. Listen, bro, keep your dick in your pants if you want to work.
Yep.
Because everything is consensual and motherfuckers is getting fired and suspended.
Yeah, well, shit, that's crazy. That actress Christy Allen died. You remember her from Who's Talking and all that?
Nah, I don't.
You know Christy Allen, big white lady, growing up.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
What?
She had cancer.
Damn.
Yep. So she passed. I think that might have been it though. I don't know of any other thing new. And what am I watching? I'm not watching nothing new. I was doing the breakdown, watching videos on what's going on with this whole FDX, whatever that coin, FTX, that motherfucker that was able to steal all this fucking money and shit. This is nuts. I be watching documentaries on that on YouTube, or good breakdowns of that. But as of late, I don't have anything. I got shows on queue that I want to watch. I haven't had.
What's
that.
FTX?
It was like a crypto exchange.
That's a thing that we missed. Crypto billionaires getting fired.
Oh yeah, we did really. Yeah. The crypto billionaires. There's been like 3 or 4 dead so far.
4 of them that just died.
Yeah. Well, that FTX dude stole, like, the dude went from being worth, he made $20 billion basically vanished. He had $20 billion. I think he might be worth, like, he said, like, his personal net worth is like $200,000 right now. This dude's still doing interviews. He's over there in Bahamas, some shit right now. Like, he had money. Here's what happened, basically. Here's a short sum of it. So he has a crypto exchange, right? You come to him and you can trade back and forth. They charge low gas fees and all that's perfect. So he was able to raise a bunch of money. And with the money he raised, so let's say he raised $1 billion, he was able to go to another bank and borrow, because I got $1 billion here. Can I borrow 100 million? You know, as collateral, I got this billion. You know what I'm saying? He did that. So now he got the $1 billion that he already raised, and he got 100 million that he just borrowed against it. So he has $1 billion, 100 million. Then he goes create a coin, his own coin, and says that coin's worth like 10 billion. And goes to the bank. Hey, I got 10 billion. I got 100 billion, and I got 1 billion, 100 million, and I got this coin here that's worth 10 billion. And can that 10 billion? Can I borrow $1 billion on it? Essentially, this motherfucker's printing his own money because that coin isn't worth nothing. Mm-hmm. So he basically became his own Federal Reserve, and that wasn't good enough. After a while, people that was donating to him, he was taking their money. You know what I'm saying? People that went to the exchange and pulling out their money as well. And buying options. You know, options is good. Remember, I tell you about options. When that shit is rocking, that shit is moving. You eating. Well, when that bitch churn on your ass, that shit wiped this shit out clean. Took the boy for air. That boy broke a record how much money he lost, dog. and he had to file for bankruptcy. He ain't got arrested. He just filed for bankruptcy. Basically, all that money, all them people's money is gone. They're like, I didn't get. Imagine Wells Fargo tell you your money's gone. You're like, what are you talking about? I leave my money here parked up for you, and y'all traded for. That don't mean y'all don't supposed to trade my money. They're not supposed to. He's trading money that's not his. That's illegal. He's borrowing money on made up money, which would be illegal. He did so much shit that it's unbelievable. Like, bro, it's kind of crazy. That's why I tell you, with the right pitch, man, you could almost do anything in America.
That nigga's supposed to be in jail or dead.
Exactly. But as you can see, he's been doing interviews, acting like he don't, what's his name? All along, ever since that shit happened, billionaires has been dying right and left. Because what happened, these guys here are taking other people's money and they were investing in FTX and shit like that. We talking about big companies. That's how reputable he was investing at, putting money in shit. There's a lot of people that's out of money right now, and the only thing can tell, bro, we never see no shit like this. Because you couldn't believe it. If you took my money, if I gave you my money, and you said you put in Wells Fargo, and you come back, and you're like, bro, Wells Fargo lost the money. At the end of the day, I don't even want to hear it. You're like, sure, they did lose the money, but I'm out of my money, and someone got to pay. Some people ain't taking that L. One way or the other. They're like, I'm going to take that L, but you ain't going to be able to live to say for it. So we done lost 3 billionaires already. And people don't even know where this shit ends at, though. This shit is crazy, though. $20 billion just up and vanished. Some people are saying this might have just killed the crypto market of the people that were thinking of going in. Because they're like, oh, this shit's completely, there's some throat shit. I'd rather stick to the dollar.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody should have known with crypto, nigga. Once you put that money in, as soon as you see a profit, take that shit out.
That's true.
Able to withdraw, bro.
But you can take it out.
A lot of motherfuckers got burnt on fucking all types of crypto.
Okay, that's true.
You got people throwing shitloads of money into Dogecoin and not withdrawing money.
But from what I'm hearing is, imagine putting your shit in Robinhood, and then you didn't trade it. You know how Robinhood could just sit there like on a checking account. Imagine now you go and that money's gone. That's what it seemed like. It don't seem like it was money that was invested. It's like he just went into your check and they're like, I'm borrowing it right quick. I got you. And now you can't go in, oh, we're going bankrupt right now. All the funds that are in there are not there. That's the throat shit. It ain't like he did. The people might have took their profit. They weren't gambling. The people whose money he took, a lot of their money was just sitting in the bank, waiting for the right trade, right deal. And now they all don't have no access to it. That shit is fucking nuts. We ain't never seen no shit like this. That's why everybody say, oh, we need regulations for this shit immediately. Y'all can't have no shit like that. And of course the government loves it. They're like, oh yeah. They coming back to the dollar for sure.
Yeah, we've been told y'all to stop fucking with that crypto shit.
And this guy's just doing interviews, living his life. I'm like, this shit is, I've never seen this guy's a legend, bro. This is like Madoff ain't got nothing. I ain't never seen no shit like this. But he's like this new type of, I forgot what they call it, something altruism. So these new type of kids, like, they're about saving the world, but they also, you know how some people feel like the capitalism's bad? They're not like that. What they feel is like, you got to amass the most amount of money as quick as possible so then you can now do as much good deeds with it. Because they realize you can only help back if you have a plethora of resources. So, and even when he had like all that money, when he was worth like 20 billion, he was already having different funds that's going to tackle water, tackle housing. So he was trying to make the world a better place in a sense. But he wanted to flip even that money. So his girlfriend was doing options and trying to even flip that money. But it's a gamble. And nothing comes easy. And he lost the fucking all, cutting corners and lost it all. Now it sounds good now, but they're like, yeah, you're trying to save the world. They're like, don't try to save it with my money, bro. But he's out here free, bro, just chilling, doing interviews. Like, he ain't even trying to run. He ain't even left Bahamas where he's at now. You know what I'm saying? But they're fucking up the money. They're having parties, is that, but this is, I'm talking, it was too much money for them to fuck up. These are billionaires, bro. Yeah.
Certain amount of money, you ain't supposed to go broke.
Yeah, like, that's what they're saying. They don't make any sense. They're like, why would you put the whole thing in there? That don't make any sense.
Put a 200 billion on the hand of blackjack.
Yeah, that shit is. Someone came up on his ass clean. Yeah. Someone really pumped up. That's what we need to find out. Who pumped up
somewhere?
Someone made it, but someone made it legally. It ain't my fault. You know what I'm saying? That he put up now. He put it up. The guy called my thing. So I wouldn't be surprised if the government's the other hand that got it from his ass, right? Set his ass up for the clean play. So that shit is crazy. But that's what I've been watching. What you been on?
I started watching the movie with Steven Seagal. It's a series. What's the city in Oklahoma? What's the popular city in Tulsa?
King of Tulsa.
Oh,
yeah. I'm on that. That shit's dope.
I started watching that. That was pretty dope.
I was surprised how old this motherfucker is, bro.
It was like 75, right?
Yeah. And then I looked it up. What's the name's the same age? Arnold Schwarzenegger. All those guys that we watched growing up is ridiculous. Which is why that's another thing I don't like.
Because we talk about watching it like that shit was 30 years ago.
Yeah, it was. But
we just old niggas, bro.
Because we're in the 30s now, but they're 75 years old. Yeah, but he's in good shape for 70-something years old, dog. This nigga's But him, Arnold Schwarzenegger, all those guys. But I don't like the fact that I've been thought it was kind of crazy with action movies. We still using these guys. These motherfuckers is old as shit. What's the nigga from Taken?
I don't know
Liam Hemsworth, whatever his name. But all these guys, I'm like, these action movies are like, bro, I gotta start getting younger people. Even The Rock. I think The Rock is 50 years old. Let me see how old is The Rock. Like, using these guys for he's 50 years old.
The Rock come on. The Rock looks crazy.
He do, but it's these stories are these motherfuckers is old as shit. We're supposed to believe these motherfuckers is hopping around the world.
Don't look like a 50-year-old.
He don't, but nonetheless.
That nigga's on all types of Botox and steroids.
That's true, which happened this week. Joe Rogan called him out. Joe Rogan said that The Rock is juicing, he's on steroid. I think The Rock wasn't denying. Your boy got exposed this week for being on steroids, the Liver King. Mm-hmm. And he's doing tours saying he apologized. You know, haters gonna hate. Later, I don't know how someone exposed the Liver King of buying.
What is the Liver King known for?
The Liver King is just a super jacked up. This motherfucker looks bigger than The Rock. Super jacked up old white guy who says that he got swole off of being off our ancestral's diet. He's over here eating fucking bison balls and raw meat every day. So it was crazy. He had people buying it. He's selling supplements and shit like that. So he's making a killing. This dude was making like $100 million a year. And then come to find out, someone exposed the email from him. This man was buying like $16,000 worth of steroids a month. But he swear he wasn't doing steroids. I'm talking about this dude is jacked, bro. Nigga look like a fucking cartoon character. And come to find out he's been lying this whole time.
Niggas, what is there to be mad at? Bitches get BBLs and post photos of them in the gym doing squats.
This is true.
So
Liver King probably had people out here trying to draw that raw diet life, all that shit. That motherfucker was jacked, bro. I'm talking about this dude is big.
Bitch has been selling flat tummy tea for years.
This is true. Yep.
And getting BBLs.
It's the game, man. It's America, though. You know, wealthy people just found a way to separate you from your dollar, though. The quickest way they could do it, though. One way or the other. They're gonna try and find a way, and that's how he got his bread. You know, is he gonna go off into the sunset? There's that one guy back in the days that found out he was a scam. I don't know if you ever used to go on YouTube, TJ, something like, he was like, hey, this is me in my garage, and you see this he'll be like, you see this Porsche Cayenne or you see this Lamborghini? Back in the days, if you're looking for anything financial, this guy used to always pop up on YouTube. Come to find out, this motherfucker was never as wealthy as he did, but he sold all those seminars, got all super rich off that. And after he got rich,
you don't have to be rich. You just have to look rich.
Exactly. And after they found all them shits released, after he got rich, he is now really rich, and he ended up buying all those companies that went bankrupt, like Pier 1 and all those stuff. Mm-hmm. He bought them and bought their website. So, you know, even though they closed all their physical locations, he'll keep like one or two of the warehouses, and they're just like online. So you can still get Pier 1, but online only. So he owns Pier 1. He owns a lot of these old companies that was supposed to go bankrupt. When they went bankrupt, he bought them and kept their warehouse close to them, so he bought a lot. So he's a legit multimillionaire now and owns what's name. And but it all started to, you know, hitting them with a fake.
You gotta fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. That shit is the American way, dog. That shit. I don't know how people be mad like, hey, the game's a game, dog. What you gonna do?
All right, what else you got? You got any more recommendations, or are we done for this week?
I watched this one movie that I watched a while back. It's an oldie but goodie. This past week, it was just the Burn After Reading. That's on HBO Go if you ever get a chance to hear it. It's a fucking hilarious little mix up. If you get a chance, that's a good one to watch. So you said your recommendation was which one?
King of Tulsa.
King of Tulsa. Yeah, it's about 3 episodes in, right?
Yeah, 3 episodes.
Yeah, it's dope. I'm on that. I'm rocking on King of Tulsa.
All right, folks, y'all already know what to do. Hit us up on That's Absurd Pod on Instagram. That's Absurd Pod on Twitter. That's Absurd Podcast on Facebook. And you know you could always drop an email at that'sabsurdpodcast@gmail.com. And the voice lines stay open at 407-900-6076. That number is 407-900-6076. And we'll catch you next week.
We didn't do question of the week.